There it is, world. What's going on, world? Clipped in and everything. Hold on. There we go. I ain't gonna lie. I think I need sugar, man. I had a good breakfast, but I just feel fatigued. But I said I was gonna come back to this spot. I don't know how long ago I said that, but last week. So I'm really happy I'm here in the morning at least, or it's like right before noon. Yeah, I'm chilling. Get at me though, man. What's going on, Summer? How you doing, Summer? Yeah, man. Damn. Summer just came and went. That was crazy. He's eating right now. Come on, Joel. Joel or Joel? Let me know if I'm saying that right. How you doing, man? Thank you for being here, Joel. AV fishing. Joel, yeah, you are the second one. You're the second one. Summer was like first 30 seconds. That was fast. My 44, M1. Sorry, M1. How you doing? What's up, man? I'm eating really. Matthew likes fishing. Yeah, I had to get my day right. Saturday. Yeah. Cash, did you go to the event or no? You going tomorrow? Oh, you working today? I just thought about that. I don't know if you work Saturdays. Fine. Are you doing tonight? Okay, I'm gonna tap in. I have like a dinner I gotta do tonight, and then I guess if I have time after dinner, I'll try to go in. You gotta rest. Yeah, that's good. Get your rest. Always get your rest. It's really good. Remember the spot I went to last time that had the crocodile bread? I'm back here, bro. Grab some coffee. I got something to eat too, but just chowing right now. Luncheon. What I miss, Matthew? Matthew said they love fishing. Yeah. Cash, I low key might need sugar, man. Like, I was like, why am I hella tired? You're fishing for 4 years? That's good, actually. I haven't fished in a long time. The last time I fished was like, last time I remember fishing was like 2008. I don't know if I did since then. I might have used someone else's like line or like someone else's like people they do it differently, so I use someone else's. But you know, 15-foot fish. That's crazy. It's like three of me's. 15 feet foot. That 15. Excuse me. 15-foot fish. It's a tongue twister right there. 15-foot fish. Cash. I just be tired, but it's like because like this morning I had scrambled eggs for the family before I left the house. Did like six of them. I threw like cayenne and onion in there and just mix it all up. Gave it to the fam. Like I had my share. I had that with some salmon actually, but I just feel tired. I was like, damn, I didn't have no sugar though. I mean, the coffee is one thing, but like I think when I get a good amount of like if I let's say I eat a piece of fruit like a banana or something, I think I get enough sugar or something. Like I don't know, bro. I might be diabetic or something funny. I might be without my knowing. Because my cousin was telling me about that. My cousin's like, they need a certain amount per day. And I'm like, sure, you might be too. I was like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You haven't fished in 4 years. Oh, I see, okay, I think I see what you're saying. Yeah, fishing sounds fun. Like I haven't done it in so long. I probably should because like as busy as I keep myself, I probably should find something that's gonna really sit me down. You know, my bad, Cash. I gotta reread that. Yeah, Cash, you gotta get the rest. How was the work week though? I really thought about going to Target. I'm not gonna lie. Really thought about it. Give me a second. No, we're good. We're good. It's gonna be a really like a slow day. I don't know. It's like started slow. I woke up early though. So that's part of it. That was really good. Get moving in a second. Yeah. Oh shit. Always bust your tables, guys. I don't care if it's not your job. Always bust your table. Somebody left their glove here. Work was fine. Next week you start the new job. Got the new shoes for that, and already thinking about getting new. Yeah, it's funny. You always think about I remember when I first got to that my last job. I thought about the first things I was gonna buy and pay off with that first check, especially because that first check I think it was like 3 weeks backed up. But it's cool that you get paid for the training. That's always the best part. But yeah, that was like a year before the pandemic. That's crazy. It's been a while. Cash, that's good though, Cash. I'm glad to hear that. Like I gotta walk in a bit. Let me here. Let me put this away. Leave my coffee right here. I'll be right back. I'm gonna throw the plate away or put the plate back. Thank you. You're not a shoe guy, so you got to do research on what shoes you want to pull up in during Sunday Beyblades. LOL. Something comfortable to stand in. I mean, anything running shoe related, running, walking shoe. I mean, you don't necessarily want those shoes that are like, like my dad wears like those non-slip ones, but he gets them free from work because they stand all the time and they're like in a cafeteria, and they work in the back of a kitchen. But you don't want that necessarily, even though it's good for standing. But maybe like anything comfortable, like a walking shoe, running shoe, and then I don't know. The thing is, if you're the type of person that wears boots, like you can get comfortable, you can get used to wearing boots over time, and then none of the shoes will really bother you. But it's the fact that like the flexibility around the ankle um, will affect you over time because you'll just naturally kind of lean a certain way, or you'll just move your legs as you're going throughout the day. You might lean against the wall or just take a like even like basically when you're not taking a seat, and that'll affect your stuff. The boots kind of stabilize your ankle and your shins. So if you get used to boots, that'll be good. But yeah, honestly, any walking or running shoe. That's my theory at least. I usually wear basketball shoes in general, flexible ankle shoe. Yeah, okay. I think I've always wear like mid tops. Like I don't like wearing like low top stuff. Like it's I don't know. For me, I kind of need ankle support here and there because I get carried away with my balance. Like I'm just kind of leaning. I know for me, like just randomly standing or like just standing still for too long, I might lean a certain way. I have to put a bit of effort into just standing upright. I did when I was a kid. I used to do like drill team, and they you kind of just like you're marching, but at the same time you just stand there the whole time. That was like good training for me. But yeah, but like I have to intentionally do it, otherwise I just lose I just lose balance. That's just how I am. It's kind of tricky. Yeah. You about to go full green pro tag? Green pro tag colors like Gon and Yusuke. Who else is green? Uh, I gotta think about that. Yeah, aqua green. Oh, that's a cool one. I like that color. Yeah, good aqua green color. Do you like New Balance? I wear New Balances every now and again, but if you wear I think it's If you look up New Balance 574, like those shoes are probably the most good balance, comfortable. Like literally, no pun intended, the most balanced, comfortable ones. But I used to have those at work, and they were like light enough where I can kind of wear them loose if necessary, and then slip them on. But I would double knot them, and I would just slip them on, like it was loose enough to slip on, and then tight enough to kind of stay fit. But I'd leave them double knotted. At a certain like I would tie my shoe, and then I would kind of arch my foot up a little bit, then double knot it, and that would be my slip on height or fit or whatever. So, but the 574 is New Balance 574. If you look that up on the side, I think that's what it is. They come in many different colorways on the website, or you can go on Goat. But yeah, try those. Aqua green. Oh, sorry. I think aqua green would fit my orange windbreaker, but now is not the season for that. I mean, I feel like it's coming up though. Like spring is good for like, bro, it's dropping to like 50s, man. Like we got spoiled by the 70s and it went down to like the 50s. So, but I think you really like those shoes. Maybe remind me and I'll try to wear them tomorrow. I'm staying somewhere tonight, but I think tomorrow. I don't know. Right now I have my T Max on, so these I got my T Max. These are my favorite shoes, honestly. And I might only invest in his shoe. I swear that's probably the only basketball player I invest in him and maybe I wear Griffeys. I'll wear T Max and Griffeys. That's it. That's what I'm wearing from now on. I don't want to buy any more new shoes unless it's maybe New Balance, 574s, T Max and Griffeys. That's where I'm at. It's kind of funny, because even my brother was like, I don't think there's anyone that specializes in just T Max because there's some people that only wear Kobe's. Like I think DeMar DeRozan only wears Kobe's, and some people, you know how it is. Some people only like stick to Nike, just the Nike brand. But I kind of opened myself up a little more. Like I never thought I'd wear Puma, but it's really comfortable. But really, like, yeah, the Hoka shoes, bro. The Hoka, and I wear Brooks. I have like a pair of black Brooks, all black Brooks, black and gray. I wear that for running, and then like kind of excuse me, certain training stuff. But yeah, the Brooks is like a really good shoe. Brooks, Hoka. I mean, it depends on like what price you're going for. And then growing up, I had Asics. Actually, I had two. I had like well, excuse me, I had Mizuno's. You're not no brand loyalist. I do. I feel that. No, stay that way. Stay that way. Yeah, don't be a brand loyalist. Some people are though. The thing is, like that brand, like let's say that you're a Puma loyalist, you're gonna have a harder time finding like a good array of everything. You know what I mean? So some people who do that is kind of tough. Like someone who's like a loyalist for Vans, it's tough to find everything. But some people are like that. They like that hard sole, that hard bottom for skating and just for like walking. But it's that whether you have a loose foot or not, it's like a heavy bottom. So that's why the New Balance is a good balance. Because I feel like the older I'm getting, I'm naturally stomping or like pushing down on the earth a little more. So the New Balance is a good fit. I mean, I don't know. That's how I intentionally walk anywhere. Yeah, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, Mizuno, Asics, Hoka, and Brooks. Those are the four brands that I could vouch for running wise, or like gel shoe running wise, or gel shoe, just like a comfortable shoe. Trying to fight back the sneeze. Ooh, 570. I think that's what I could be wrong, but I swear that's what it's called. 574s. But yeah, they come in so many different colors. If you go on gel shoes, yeah, that's what I'm thinking, right? Like a gel shoe. Do you wear insoles? My dad wears insoles, but that it's a little different because he's older, so all of his weight kind of just comes down. But and he's doing his job, like his standing up job. But I don't know. It's tricky. If you rock insoles with running shoes, those running shoes will last you a good 5 years. The thing is, if you're not actually running and you're just kind of wearing them for like walking around or standing around, you'll be fine. Aftermarket insoles, that's good though. I probably should have been doing that the whole time at the job because I was having knee issues. I was doing so much labor though. Like we were pushing and carrying 400 to 500 pounds worth of like stuff. Because we're delivering all the time, so I'm just like we got these giant carts that go all the way from sometimes they're like 400 to 570 pounds. You're just pushing. It's on wheels. Don't get me wrong, they're on wheels, but I'm just pushing it. I'm just getting my workout on it. Some days I'm fresh, some days I'm still tired, but I'm like every day I'm having to condition, and some days I had to ice myself. So it was like ridiculous. It was like a workout, especially when like one person calls out, you got to cover half the goddamn hospital. But yeah, you've already had them for a year, and it's got holes already. I know, right? That's because I walked all over Japan with them. What's funny? So every morning I'll play your vlog, the one that you sent me, and like I'll try to get at. I usually get it like 30 minutes to an hour through it. So like I'm at like 4 hours 50 minutes. I'm like somewhere around there, 4 hours 50 minutes. We'll see the Hokas. There's a specific. I don't want to say not season, generation or something. There's a specific one that's kind of good. I don't remember what it is. I got see. I'm not in my workplace anymore. I wish I could talk to those people. But the thing about those running shoes is if you're actually running in them, they wear out faster. Like when you put actual miles in the shoes, they wear out really fast. So my cousin was telling me, he's like, yeah, if you've been running miles and running and walking miles in those, I wear Brooks. The Brooks, the ones that I have is Brooks, and then I have my old Mizunos, but those are worn out. Those are I've been running for miles on those. But if you really like put in work and run, it's like it really wears the shoe out. Like it's almost like a car thing. It's like you have 10,000 or 20,000 miles or something like that on a shoe. I can't remember the number. I think it's like 10,000 miles on a shoe or something funny. You said the second half of the VOD is just showing off toys. I know I'm at the part where you're like I'm a little past it. You're showing the bulb things, whatever they're called from Pikmin. You know the giant things that eat everything, but like they're like the same size as Olimar. So you're like, I don't think this is the life size or like the life size one. This is probably like the mini baby ones because they're the same size as Olimar. And then the Bulborbs. There we go. The Bulborbs. Liliana Farkas, how you doing? Liliana, I haven't seen you in a while. Liliana, welcome back. What time is it over there? Right over here, it's like noon. Yeah, over here it's 12:15. So what time is it over there? But thank you for being here. Um, life size Pikmin is like less than an inch. I know, right? That's crazy. That's what's crazy. Canonically, that's you know what. And I was thinking about that. I was like, the Bulborbs are like at least 4 times the size. You know what I'm saying? You had family problems. Oh no, no. Hope everything's okay. You guys are good now. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Yeah, well, that's good to hear. Yeah, I think I'm kind of I'm somewhere around there, Cash. Um, it's a little bit after though, because you were showing what's her name that wears like the tiger stripes. It's like that '80s '90s anime girl, tiger stripes, and she got the horns, the blue hair. I forget her name, but it's around that part. And then you were also talking about holy shit, I'm trying to remember. You know my favorite part, Lum. God damn it, yeah, Lum. No man, like okay, it's really weird because you remember. I think we kind of talked about this. Maybe not. You gotta. Oh, you gotta go, Lily. All right, Ursay Yatsura. That's what it is. Okay, I'm trying to remember the names. Ursay Yatsura. All right, you know where to find me. But I was gonna say no, there was a part like kind of in the middle, and then you were talking about you went to go eat somewhere and you said the food was okay, but then you said your dad got, and it kind of just stuck with me. You said your dad got some ramen, and your dad got the ramen from the what is it, the machine or something? And he's like, yeah, it was okay. So like there were certain food spots that were okay. Um, but I heard about that. Like you know, my niece was one person that was telling me, she was like, yeah, when I was out there were some days where like, you would just get some really convenient food at the 7-Eleven or whatever it was, and if it wasn't there, then it would be at the what's it called, the machine that gave you the ramen. And she was like, yeah, sometimes that food that where you're not sitting down at a restaurant to eat it, some of that stuff is good. So it just really depends what you're into. Maybe you do like sitting down and getting the experience, or maybe certain restaurants are like to your liking, but for whatever reason, we just like the convenient stuff. So like someone was telling me like, yeah, just when you go there, you got to try a little bit of everything because certain food spots will have the service is one thing, but like the actual food quality or whatever you like or whatever you're geared toward, whatever you are more geared towards, you'll like it. But yeah, oh, I didn't. I don't think we did machine run. Oh, okay, so it's probably something else. But we did use a machine to get tickets. Maybe that's what he. Maybe that's what. Maybe that's probably what I was hearing then. So you probably guys, excuse me, you guys probably did get those tickets then. That makes sense. That makes sense. Wanted machine ramen and we didn't find it. So yeah, I wonder, man. Yeah, if I go back, I wanna. I feel like if I ever go to Japan, I'm gonna end up living there. Like I won't. I'm like, nah. If I fly there, I'm not coming back. Everyone's like, you should visit Japan. I was like, nah. If I go there, I'm living there at this point. So I gotta work on my Japanese right now. Just the few basic words and some couple bowings and like the honorifics. I gotta master the honorifics. Which is gonna be something in of itself. But it's really interesting because like I used to date this girl. She was Korean, and she was telling me like, yeah, there's so many honorifics within Korea, a Korean language. And then I was like, I know Japanese is the same way. They kind of have the same thing, you know. And it's like, in America we play around too much. Like we'll be like, oh, Cash Sun, Cash Kun. Like we be playing around too much, acting like we're real anime characters when it's not like that. But over there they take that shit serious. Like, nah, you don't even like whatever. If they're your elder, your teacher, whatever, you take that shit serious, which is funny. But yeah, it's kind of crazy, man. Here, let me show you this. I don't know what it is. It looked like mac and cheese, but I don't know. It's something, man. That's some paintings here. But yeah, Cash, I'm gonna move to Japan, bro. Like, I'm as American as it gets. As a person, as an individual, but I'm about to move to Japan, dog. Either that or I'm gonna go to like the Bahamas or something. I know, right? It's like, bruh. One thing I like is a homemade mac and cheese. Like when people make and bake have mac and cheese at the house, that shit is hella bomb. But then like I had mac and cheese down in Texas, bro. Bro, Texas mac and cheese is different. That shit is different. I might move there too, man. You're gonna see me in Texas eating barbecue and barbecue mac and cheese and what's the other shit they do? Oh, peach cobbler, bro. I'm telling you, I'm like 150, right? 150, 155 right now. I'm about to double up. I'm about to be 300. Fuck this shit. Fuck being this light. I'm a welterweight. I'm like a junior middleweight. I'm about to be a 300-pound sumo, bro. Fuck everything. I'm about to be a 5'5" sumo, Cash. Fuck this. Try to be in light. I want to be a heavyweight. You know? Yeah. Yeah, I'm just be grabbing on mac and cheese and ribs. Too late to be sumo? Damn. Yeah, I'm trying to get sumo size, man. You know what? I was telling I think you met Lord Krembuji, but you guys start applying to. Oh, you got to do sumo at 15. That makes sense. Cause there is like there's like a whole young sumo like a lineage and lifestyle. That makes sense actually. I was talking to Lord Krembuji because he's Filipino too. I think you met him, and then we're in Bremerton, and I was like, we're all going to this burger shop to like get you know, burgers and a shake or whatever they had there. Like we ended up getting burgers and like actually there was a black cherry milkshake that they served there. It was hella bomb for no reason. Um, anyway, we go there and I was telling him I was like, man, I know I'm about to eat good when I'm here, and I was telling him like I don't know how fat I'll get. I was just kind of joking around. And I started joking. I was like, bro, my issue is that me, my dad, and my grandpa, we're like pot belly fat. Like we go forward, but like my brother to me, he has good genes because he gets wide. I'd rather get wide. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather get wider. Like I'd rather it to be like an all around kind of spread. When it's just pot belly, bro, it kind of sucks. I'm telling you, man, it just be in the way. Like right now, I'm kind of dad bodding it right now, which is funny, but it sucks a bit. But yeah, bro. I still want to try some sumo training. Them guys are strong as hell, though. The sumo wrestlers, bro. Sumos are hella strong. You want to talk about stand your ground? Them dudes right there, strong as hell. You know. Yeah, I be watching. I watch the highlights all the time on NHK. I don't know if you watch NHK, the channel. We get access to that, I think, on like regular cable. Well, I mean, I know RTV does, but NHK is basically like I mean, you already know what that is. Little Japanese channel, but they have the Grand Sumo highlights, 15 days or 14 or 15 days or something like that. But I'm telling you, bro, I'm about to go to Osaka. I'm telling you, I'm about to live out there. Must be living because they got a good balance of city and nature as well, to my understanding. I need some of that. You know, that's where I'm at with it today, man. I'm chilling until I get this email or this phone call. Hold on. There's actually there's a tournament going on today, right now. So like, I don't want to respond to this message because I don't want to mess up the live. But it's like somebody's asking if I'm gonna be there later today around like 2. I guess I can get off live and then I can message them, but that's like in 30 minutes ish. But they were like, "Are you going to the event today?" And like, they barely check the Discord, so they don't know I'm not gonna be there. I'm also like not signed in on the WBO, I'm not a. I didn't sign up on the WBL, I should say, but I will be there Sunday. Um, oh wait, sorry. Were you saying you were going to be there Sunday? I don't know if I was kind of grazing over the messages a bit, but yeah. If you show up Sunday, let me know. Because like I said, I'm staying at a basically not at home, but I won't be far from home. But at the same time, I just brought my like my little fanny pack of what do you call this blades, just a few things. I was like, man, oh, I don't know if you were there in the you were kind of there in the voice chat last night. I saw bits of it last night. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. It's kind of far though, man. It's all the way down in Sumner. So if you were driving, you could have probably made it, but like driving is probably like an hour. I don't know if you're more north or south, but even then, for me, it's a bus ride. I take 2 hours down there, and then Game Blade is like it's gonna be 2 hours for me to get down there. I was like, bro, I take 2 hours every time, but the difference is, Game Blade is still a kid. He's still a senior in high school. Like he's got shit to do. I ain't going back for a bit, at least not until I get paid a little. I feel that. But yeah, summer is far, even with a car. Yeah, I know. You're more south. Okay, so you're closer to Sumner, but it's good because all the events would be like Kent and Auburn anyway. Kent, Auburn, and they've been doing Tukwila. Tukwila's pretty fun. Tukwila's a good one. I like that venue actually. Um, oh shit, what was I gonna say? Tukwila was, strangely enough, it was Plot Armor's. Well, I don't know if I'm remembering this correctly. It was one of Plot Armor's last stays in Seattle before they went to school, because they ended up going to school in Europe. And even though it was one of their last, whatever, their goodbye tournaments, they won that tournament, which is crazy. They won against JD in the finals. I was like, that's crazy, man. But JD always, he'd be staying in the finals, bro. He live up there. It's crazy. They're doing Metal Fight today, so it's Metal Fight, and then after Metal Fight, you can do X, which is pretty cool. The Tukwila event, it's by South Center, so we can shop for blades. Where do they sell them at? Oh, I guess GameStop. Yeah, that makes sense. If they sell them at GameStop, we could stop and visit Valm. Now that we know what Valm looks like, because before we'd go in shops, we'd go inside stores and be like, "Oh, I think I see you," and they're like, "Nah, you probably didn't see me." And then they came out to SoccerCon. I was like, "Now we know what you look like," which is funny. So yeah, hopefully Valm was saying something about having I don't know, like the social battery life for today or tomorrow, excuse me, tomorrow. Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, just come hang out. Like, yeah, I don't know how she identifies. Maybe I'll get them some food. If they're hungry. I don't know if they're a ramen person. 2 GameStops, 1 Target. There is a Target. There is a Target. Is there? I'm trying to think. Where's the closest Walmart down there? Damn. Is there a Walmart down there? I got to really think about this, but yeah, 2 GameStops. I went down there and I did a short, like the week after I did the Target and Fred Meyer run. Excuse me, it's like hella loud. When I did the Target and Fred Meyer run, when I was doing the vlog of like just buying the blades, I remember I did like a short one that was like maybe 60 seconds where I just went to GameStop and I just bought all the Drawn Busters. But yeah, I don't think there's a Walmart. Yeah, Costco, Target, South Center. I wonder if there's trying to think. I know there's one inside the mall, and then there's one like dude, what is that? Strander Boulevard or something? It's gonna bother me. I don't remember the name of the Strander. It's not Strander. Is it Strander? Because you said there's 2, but we went to the one that's next to Barnes and Nobles. We went there first, and then I was like, let me buy all the Busters here, and then I went to the next one, bought all the Busters, and then I got like a Sphinx cowl or something. I forgot what I got. Oh no, orange. Excuse me, a purple Wizard Arrow. Purple Wizard Arrow, which is crazy. I've never seen one. I just like I've seen one. I've seen it in person, but like in the box, I've never seen it, so I had to buy it. The GameStop next. Yep. Yeah, I think that's the one. I just forget the street. That's a good one. I like that spot because it's like huge, man. It's like I think it's huge for no reason. Crazy. But yeah, Cash. If you get a chance, you got to see the Portland scene. You got to go down to Portland and check out that scene. There's really good people over there, and they got about 3 to 4 meets regularly throughout the week. Like throughout the week, they have 3 to 4 regular meets. Like they have a Sunday one, a Tuesday, a Wednesday, a Thursday. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they got a Friday, like something on Saturday. I can't remember the exact dates, but they have consistent meets all the time. You haven't visited South Center since last Christmas. I should fix that someday when I get out energy. You know what's interesting is like the mall energy is like it's low. Mall energy is like very like Portland sounds sick. Yeah, it's. I mean the people, the community there was really good. Like really dope people. Like really dope people. Like I don't understand. Like it was like I'll give you an example. Like there was one person that they were just being themselves. I'm not saying this in a bad way. They're just being themselves. But over here in Seattle, like people who are like really sensitive to stuff, it could have rubbed them the wrong way. People be like, oh, I don't know how I feel about this person being loud or being whatever about this particular thing. But the thing about it is, the community knew they knew this person way more than I did, and they just kind of knew to like nurture this individual's personality, but also keep it. Not want to say keep it in check, but like, hey man, just they would be like, hey, just be careful when you say that. Like I had one guy that was gonna step in and talk for me because someone said something that like I'm not gonna say it was borderline disrespectful, but I could see how it could be interpreted that way. It didn't bother me. It just made me laugh. But I think because my friends saw me laughing, they were like, "Okay, you're okay with it. Like you get it." I was like, "No, I understand. Like he's really just expressing himself." So there's certain people's like personalities, people's tisms, if you will, people's whatever spectrum, whatever level it is, it's respected, recognized, and nurtured. You know what I'm saying? But it's like the community there is pretty tight knit, and I think they're very accountable. I mean, I'm not even just talking Beyblade. I'm just talking in general. But that Beyblade community, especially, is like very like really they're really deep. Like they're really you can tell how close they are and how accountable they are. So I remember when we went through our situation with the guy who was causing issues in our community, I had to message those guys and let them know, say, hey man, we have one dude that pretty much got banned from our stuff. So if he comes 3 hours south to try to harass you guys, just giving you guys a fair warning. And they're like, all right, cool, we'll look into it. I was like, all right, cool. But yeah, I can't wait. I just got off the FaceTime or like a conference call, or whatever, short one with a Reaper, aka Jack the Handler, who makes the Chimera grips. He creates them, I should say. And I was giving him my ideas for my backhand grip. And yeah, I gotta doodle more. I have to do a little more doodling because he says he needs stuff in like a kind of drawing form, whether it's chicken scratch or not, and then even like picture form. So I gotta work on some stuff. But yeah, they sound cool. I hope there's a chance for communities to meet up all in one place. I wanna put something together like that one day. I wanna. I mean, I don't know. If anything, it'll be a group effort, right? So then maybe I'll pitch in. So if we find a spot that's kind of central to everything, like if you think about Bellingham and Vancouver, they're kind of like 3 hours north. So then they come down to Seattle. But then Portland, the same thing. They're 3 hours south, so they come to meet us here. But if we find like a good spot Seattle wise, that's good for people's parking, or even somewhere south in like Tukwila, Auburn, kind of that area. If we find something like that, I'm gonna look into Bellevue spots or whatever. Like I don't know, just something in general. Find something good for people who are driving down to park and like a good place for. This is why I need to own shit. I need to be rich so I can own shit. If I was rich, I would just own like a warehouse, multi-purpose warehouse slash gym slash community center. I would just own some shit where I can just go there every day, but also give access to people that I like. And I'd be like, yeah, you guys want to come here? Just whatever. Like, cool, just come by. I'll give you the keys or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. And I'll just do that. That's what I want. That's the goal. Just to get like a little, not a warehouse. I don't know what to call it. It'd be like just a space. You know what I'm saying? Just get like a little space. Something going on. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's just getting so crazy. I think what we talked about is like the reason why I was wondering why there wasn't any events in Seattle, and I was thinking like, I guess the reason there isn't is because like parking is one thing, parking's a bitch, and then the second thing is like cars will get broken into depending on the venue and place. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Cash, I just thought about something too. If you're still there, but it's funny because like, you know how on YouTube there's like a thing about like the first to be safe, the first 5 minutes, if not the first 10 minutes, you got to do like you can't cuss, you can't say any bad words, even if you can have it in there, but you just can't have it in the beginning. Like the algorithm can't scan, and the algorithm and the whatever AI whatever can't scan cussing and some profanity in the beginning. But like I might just start doing when I open up my lives, I might just be silent for like a good 5-10 minutes and just eat food and then start talking. Like maybe I'll start doing something stupid like that. It sucks though because like in the beginning people are like, "What is this about?" And it's just you just see a dude doing like a fake moot bomb or whatever. So I don't know. But I don't know. I was just thinking about that. Yeah, but I was thinking like I do want to get a what's it called I do want to get a and that's the thing about the community stuff. Sounds like good tech. Yeah, I do want to get like a little warehouse kind of. I mean something or just to hook up on stuff. I think Tay Boogie has the right mindset. Tay Boogie, he works at the community center and he can get access to the rooms for free. Um, Normally you would have to pay for the space. I know that. Oh yeah, I don't know if that affects lives, but I know that's a thing for video. Oh, that's true. So they just regular video. Yeah, that makes sense actually. For lives though, I wonder. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I think it makes a lot of sense because it's funny. I was watching all these videos about I did a 2 hour live that, and I was talking to myself for 2 hours because nobody showed up in the live, and I was like, "What's going on?" And I forgot the day before I had watched a video about like, "Hey, if you're a small page, do this for your videos." And the thing that they recommended was when you're posting videos, you don't post it public right away. You just put it in unlisted, and then you give it 24 hours for YouTube to figure out where it fits in the algorithm or where it fits in people's feeds. And then after that 24 hours, when it's unlisted, you can put it forward. So when you schedule stuff out, it's really good for that. But you should never publish right away. You should give it 24 hours. Keep things as unlisted, let it sit for a while, and then put it out. So that way YouTube can kind of like figure it out. But I put that setting on, assuming that like I was a small page, just because I'm not monetized. But I realized I'm not that small because I'm able to go live. I'm able to live stream. Um, I'm just waiting for the noise to go away. But because I'm able to go live, it's like, oh yeah, when I set it to unlisted, and then when I went live the next morning, nobody showed up, which is hilarious. Nobody fucking showed up, and I was like, damn, where's everybody at, man? And I put, I sent, I was like, all right, let me try something. I sent the link to one of my friends' discords for like the self promotion, and then nobody showed up. Still, like, god damn, ain't nobody. I realized, like, yeah, it's an unlisted thing. You can't find it. You just won't know. But I put it up there. I forgot what I called it. Importance of frequencies or something funny. It's hilarious. But I went and grabbed breakfast that day. That was the first time I grabbed breakfast on live, and I got some good ass food. It was some good content. I'm gonna have to do it again. I gotta do it again next week. Yeah, I'm spending all this money just to spend all this money, get none of it back. You know how it is. That's the American way. But oh yeah, I learned this trick too, where if you don't publish to people's subscription pages, you'll get a lot more views. Oh yeah, yeah. And that was the other thing they told me to click off. It was like um, it was like alert and notify subscribers and stuff like that or something. I just unchecked it, so then now it's like it's always yeah, it's always unchecked, and I was like, bro. And then the other thing was going on the channel and going to the channel settings, and you just type in the country you're from, and then just basically your basic tag. So then it's naturally just gonna have you out to people's stuff. Um, I actually took Seattle out of my tag, which is funny. I took Seattle out because I don't want nobody looking for me and finding me. I ain't hard to find though. Like I'm like out. I'm outside. I'm usually outside. I don't mean that in a bad way, but I'm just out here. Yeah. Maybe I'll start walking. Check some. Yeah. I'm waiting on something like kind of between 12 and 3 or 3-ish. But yeah. So I got a lot of time to kill. Good ass Americano. Straight black. Ugh. We get to moving. Yeah. See if I can see her. I don't know if I see the lady. But oof. Yep. I'm gonna do my little walk. Take my time today. You know what I'm saying? Got a backpack full of shit. I was uploading all of my files yesterday. I was trying to do that and then live stream some Monster Hunter. I'm gonna try to do some of that today. Either like right away, right after this, or like I don't know, man. Maybe if it ain't right away after this, it'll be like later tonight after I get some food and whatnot. I also gotta like, one thing I've been paying attention to is like I chug a lot of water when I'm at the house, but I'm like maybe I'm not supposed to be drinking that much water. You know, they're saying like you need a healthy amount of like water and salts in the body. So if you have more water than salts, you're gonna kind of drown out the salt that you need, normally or like healthy wise in your body. I forget the exact specifics, but it's a tricky thing to think about. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not a health expert, but I was looking into something about I'm saying the amount of like grams of protein you need and things like that. Grams of protein and water intake for like your body mass index, your weight, how often you work out, how often you burn, whatever. I normally don't look at that shit. I just go based off of feel. But the last time I had to do shit like that was related to just my friend. No, it ain't. Um, I was crazy. I was crazy for a sec. I'm like, I'm fucking nearsighted, Cash. I'm gonna need some glasses, bro. I swear to God. But yeah, said I needed about 5 glasses of water a day. Like, bro, I be chugging hella water. You know how much water I drink? That's crazy to think about. It's fucking wild. Is there a button? Ain't no button over here. But yeah. So I'm starting to look into this shit a little more. I think like obviously the older I'm getting, and I'm also kind of less active for whatever reason. I should be getting in the gym really. I need to be doing that more often. Shit green, yeah. 6 to 7. 6 to 7. And see, okay, that's the thing too. My bad. The thing about that too is like I'm not like here's the thing, like mentally I'm not working out, but I'm also not working out in the sense like the way I would think that I'm working out, if that makes sense. Like I have a routine, and if I'm not consistently doing that, then I don't consider myself working out. But even though I'm not doing that, I'm still walking around so much that I'm probably working out to some degree. Like it's probably equivalent to like at least one or two a day, or excuse me, 1 to 2 a week. So I wonder if that's the thing too. 6 to 7 glasses. I mean, that's fair. 2 bottles. Oh, when you say bottles, how big is the bottle? 3 times, two, three. Oh, I see what you're saying. 2 bottles, like 3 times. That's fair. Yeah. Are you talking about like those big old canteens, like those big old Nalgene's? It's like Nalgene's or like you know what I'm saying? I used to have those for working out. Good times. Yeah. It's one of those flasks. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I know the size. I think I know the size. Yeah, man. God damn. Neighborhood's so fucking gentrified. I'm finally able to look in these apartments and then this other place. That's crazy. I forgot what it's called because I put a sticker over it. It's oh yeah, yeah. You're talking like the brand. Good luck, Roscoe. But yeah, that's yeah. I gotta think about it a little more because I just wonder if I'm like over diluting myself with water because I be chugging that shit. But at the same time, I feel like water seems like one of those things you can't like. If you have too much of it, it doesn't seem bad. But obviously, like the highest form of too much of it is drowning. So it's not like I'm drowning in water, but I'm just drinking a lot of it. You know. I will say when I was doing the fasting and stuff, and I might do it again next week. I keep telling myself I'm gonna do it, but it just kind of happens whenever it happens. But whenever I do, it's really good because excuse me. It's really good because it's just water and like certain electrolytes, kind of getting stuff out of my body. But I might have to just do like a liquid one. Someone was like my actual therapist was telling me like, yeah, you can do the water fast, but the thing about water fasting is you need to get like you need to eat some salt. So you just need to get like a fingertips worth of salt or something funny. So like, because the thing is, your body's kind of, again, she was saying the same thing about salt. She was like, yeah, you just need a little bit of salt, which is kind of crazy. And it's like what was I gonna say? I don't know. I gotta look into this more. I've never really done the research. I've always, like I said, I've always went based off feel, and whatever my coach just said, I kind of just went based off of that. But yeah, matter of fact, now that I'm here, I'm about to check out this house that got knocked down. Not a house, but a building. It's been here for years since I was a kid. Always some shit getting knocked down. Cash, you ever do pickleball? I thought about that. I've been seeing pickleball everywhere, man. Everybody playing that shit now. Interesting stuff. You know. Let's see what's going on here, man. They got all. This was crazy. There's hella new shops opening over there by the community center, and now they got it's interesting. My homie's mom used to run this flower shop off Jackson. For those that know that, if you know, you know. And it's like I don't know what happened, but they were knocking down that shit and then built some apartments. You know what I'm saying? So she was gone for a while. But in the meantime, they moved her over to Cherry, from a walk past, and then over there, they had a that's where the flower shop moved, and then now they're knocking down that building. So I'm like, what are they gonna do? They're gonna build up again? They've been doing this in the neighborhood the whole fucking time. That's what they've been doing this whole time. And my thing is like, I don't mind people having a place to live, but the people who are being forced to move out aren't getting a chance to move back into the neighborhood or anything. So it's like, and that's a whole deeper like kind of conversation, and it should be pissing me off sometimes. When I'm like, bruh, all them people moving. The bigger issue is that everyone who is moving south. Hold on, let me check all this shit out first. Interesting. I mean, it looks good though. That's the thing. It's like good food. Ice cream and bonbons actually. Barbershop, right? That's what I'm saying, bro. But it's interesting because all the people from my neighborhood they were forced to move south, and most of our rivals and people that would beef with us would live down like they would live south of us. So I'm like, damn, you got us living amongst these motherfuckers now. So it's like we're closer to the enemy, and like motherfuckers just killing each other. There was a week where King County had the highest crime rate and the highest homicide rate. It was like one summer where just no, actually it wasn't even summer. I don't even think it was summer. It just went down. It was just going down. The motherfuckers are living next door to each other, living real close. And don't get me wrong, it's always been that way. Like motherfuckers is always like 15 to 30 minutes away from like shooting somebody. You weren't that far from hurting nobody. Here, let me show you this shit. This shit crazy. God damn. See that shit? It was knocked down. I'm gonna walk past it though. I'll walk on the side of it. But yeah. We'll walk over there in a second. Yeah, there was like a week or like a couple days where we just had the highest rate for a minute, and I was like, what the fuck happened? You know what I'm saying? But we ended up living, not me, it was crazy, but when I left, I used to live on Cherry, but when we were getting evicted or whatever, getting kicked out because we never owned it in the first place, but the people who owned our house was my grandma. My grandma pretty much sold it to the hospital that was across the street, and the hospital was planning to knock down both houses. Yo, people call me at the wrong time. What's going on, Z? What's going on, Z? Damn, you at the event right now? How's it looking over there? I'm just checking out this shit. Let me put this shit right here. Hold on. Let me put this shit down. Yo, everybody hit me up today at the wrong time. I'm trying to put this coffee down. My bad. It's chill today. But yeah, it's looking like this. Yeah, my homie's mom had the flower shop right there. Damn, that was a sidewalk? That's crazy. And it was another, it was like Ethiopian restaurants to the left of it. And then there was like another little joint to the right. But it's looking like this now, right next to the little dog park, which I know is still here. But let me walk up the hill. Let me walk up the hill. Metal fight. Yeah, bro. I know I wanted to go. I know. Let me know if Expo showed up because Expo was asking me. Right before I went live, he just messaged me. He's like, if I was going to X Limited, I was like, yeah, I'm not going. But I'll be there Sunday. I know you guys are busy tomorrow, but I'm gonna try to be present tomorrow. I'm gonna try to bring Scorpio. I'm not good at MFB. MFB is tough though, man. It's like MFB is like knowing it's almost like you got to know the anatomy a little more or something. You know what I mean? I think you'll figure it out though. Also, I know you got some classic stuff. So next classic stuff, you got to break those out. That'll be fun. You're going to Zulus. I think you guys are going to Zulus, and then I'll hold it down at a tabletop for those that don't go to Zulus. But yeah, we on this side. My crow, my guy. I want to expand the MFB collection. I have like no earth wheels even. A Z is Pokedrons are there? Is Pokedrons there? He has to be there. Hail the Dronzer. Yeah. That's just gonna be fun. Yeah, man. I wanna all I want is Dronzer V2. That's all I'm gonna look forward to and then that's it. But I'm strapped for cash. I guess the mic is still on. Hold on. Yo, people call me at the wrong time. Every time I go live, somebody calls. I was like, bro, why do they call me when I'm live and then not when I'm not live? So much of what I had got stolen as a kid. You can hear me fine. Just making sure. Cool. Cash, this happened last time. Like someone called me right when I'm live. Like I'm just trying to put a couple hours in today and just hang out, talk shop, whatever. And then the people call me and I'm like, damn man, that's so the thing is my phone's on do not disturb, but if it's like a family member or like a good friend, they'll call me because I allow them to come through. I allow certain contacts to come through. And it's funny because when I call them, they're busy or they don't pick up. And then when they call me, I'm like, bro, I'm busy. Like, now I'm busy. What the fuck? So it's kind of funny. It's a really funny trade-off. But yeah, time never be aligning up, man. For certain people, even the loved ones that have access to reach me without do not disturb. Time is not lined up right now, so I gotta keep grinding. I gotta keep doing what I'm doing for my time right now. Damn. Cash, I told you I'm getting fat as hell right now. This is my mission to become a semi sumo. I'm gonna be a semi sumo. You know what I'm saying? But I've been eating good. I'm not gonna lie. Master is back. Welcome back, Master. Welcome back, Master. Hey, Master. I thought about something you said yesterday because you were saying you were sad that Travis got picked up by Jacksonville. But are you guys okay with Cam Ward? Cam Ward's a good pickup though, right? Mini sumo. Yep. Be a mini sumo, bro. I gotta work on dodging and I can't do no oshidashi, whatever it's called. I gotta do the one or like I sidestep and just and then get you down on your own weight. I gotta do one of those. But how you feel about Cam Ward? Because I didn't realize, I forgot, like Cam Ward went to Tennessee. That was the first pick. It was Tennessee and then Jacksonville. I was like, oh shit. Because all I cared about was Travis. But yeah, Cam is gonna be a good QB for you guys, man. I don't know, man. I don't know what other pieces you guys got. You guys picking up a lot of defensive linemen, which is a good thing though. That's really good to hear. Feel good about that? That's good. I got some shit in my eye. Oh. But yeah, man. I'm gonna go up the street over here. I'm gonna see if I can break into my old job. I don't know if I told you guys, I'm gonna keep saying this. The original Truancy Hour, which is what this live stream podcasting is. The original Truancy Hour is like I would break into certain departments at my old job, and I would just go in there and hang out and talk and not do my job for like an hour, half an hour. Just literally like an hour where I'd play truant. And yeah, that was the Truancy Hour. I would just fuck off on the job, break into certain departments. Now I'm gonna see if I can break into my old work right now, like 2 blocks away. Yeah. My day's been good, Roadmaster. Roadmaster, I was eating I made some scrambled eggs for me and the household, for the family. I threw some cayenne pepper, or like the not the real cayenne pepper, but the powder. Some cayenne powder in there. Put a whole lot. I realized I probably shouldn't have put this much, but I had some chopped green onion. Threw that bitch in there. You know what I'm saying? Mix it up, stir it up, threw it in a bowl, and then I had some salmon, leftover salmon on the side, like a piece of it with the fish skin. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, I'm gonna get my. It's the weekend. I'm gonna get the morning right, and I'm gonna chug some water. Chugging some water, eating good, got protein and all that. Pause. You know what I'm saying? And I still felt tired. I was still fatigued. I was like, what the fuck? So anyway, I went to the little bakery in the morning. Got me a little cheese fruit Danish, or a little fruit Danish, whatever you call it. Got some sugar in there. I got some coffee right now, but I drink my coffee black. But I feel a little better, a little more energized. But I think I need sugar, man. That's why I titled it this. I think I need some sugar. I low-key might be a diabetic and I don't even know it. So I gotta just work out, get some salt levels right, get some water levels right. You subscribed last night. You know, it's funny, like I can see when there's new subs each time I go live. Every new one, you know what I'm saying? Every time I get off, it lets me know if I get a new person. So I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you for that. I don't know if you guys know I'm on the road to 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours of videos. So any hour-long video, I'm trying to get those to be watched more often. So while I'm hiding out, I might have to work on some logistical shit. You know what I mean? Got about another 3 hours before we get it cracking. Straight like that. You know? See if I can break in. If I can break in, I'm gonna chill. But yeah, maybe not. Did my team win last night? So my team won like I think 13-1 or 13-2. Mariners beat the Rangers. I was like, bruh. I was like, I knew they was gonna whoop their ass, but not like this. By more than 10 points. You might have to double check the score for me. But last time I looked, it was like bottom of the ninth. It was like 13-1 or some shit. It was just ridiculous. Disrespectful. I was like, bro, the Mariners are becoming disrespectful. I love it. I love it. You know, I'm gonna go sit over here. What am I doing? A little smoke spot. Little cigar smoke spot. Get it cracking like this. I remember when I used to work up here, man. That's crazy. You won your soccer game 4-3. Is that today? What? That's what's up, man. How many goals did you deflect? I know you be playing goalie, man. How many goals did you deflect out there, man? That's what's up. What I like to hear. Yeah. Deflecting goals, huh? Deflecting kicks and all that, probably 5. What kind of gloves do you use? Do you it's like those big, like kind of padded gloves? Is that what it is? Yeah. Let's see. 5 goals, that's what's up. Post up for a minute. Damn it. Use bare hands? Okay. That's good. How much do you like it, man? Do you think you'll be doing it till you get older? You think it's one of those sports you'll play till you grow up? Is it one of those, man? How old are you again? Like, if you don't mind me asking, that's kind of a weird question for an adult to ask, but sorry about that. Never mind, don't answer that. I will say this, man. It's I don't know if you know this, but back in this okay, I'm gonna tell you the story. In middle school, there was this one guy. His name is Aaron Kovar. You can look him up. He used to play for the Seattle Sounders. Aaron Kovar, Kovar. He's a pretty good dude. He seemed like when I was young, I wasn't sure if he was an asshole or if he was just focused on life. And like as time went on, you're like, yeah, that dude's just focused on training. You can kind of tell he's just focused on life. Anyway, fast forward, this dude, we used to have gym class with him from middle school to high school. So you're not scared good. Like I've been in gym classes with him from 4 to 5 years. But every time they would tell him to do the mile, every year he would get better. Middle school, he was doing that shit in like 4 or 5 minutes or some shit. Maybe I'm lying. He was doing the mile in like 4 or 5 minutes, and then by the time we got to high school, he was doing it in like 3 minutes. So he did the mile in like three. I mean, maybe I'm exaggerating, but he was doing it really quick. Like he was really fast at doing it. Bruh, that guy ended up going to play for the Seattle Sounders, right? And then kind of like fast forward. Let me show you what it is, man. They got the lawnmower. Hold on. Let me show you. See the lawnmower? My guy was driving down the street with it. That's crazy. I low key might need me one of those just for fun. Do some land services. But anyway, this dude, he ended up playing for the Sounders. I mean, he wasn't the best player, but if you ask me who my favorite soccer player is, I'm gonna just say him because we've known him for so long. But the funny thing that like time went on, and then I saw this funny it was like I don't know if it was a TikTok or a YouTube short, but it was like everybody knows that one soccer kid, and it shows the soccer kid playing every sport. It shows like a soccer kid playing basketball, shows him playing football, baseball, soccer, and like all the other sports. But like when you're playing soccer, you're building up a stamina and like the conditioning, and stamina conditioning applies to everything. So when you're a soccer player, bro, you can play any other sport if you ever want to transfer. But just know like soccer is a good base because you're just running all the time. You're getting all the cardio in. Your body's lean. The conditioning is there. The stamina is there. All that is there, and you could transfer to any sport. But just know if your passion is in soccer, you should stick with it, man. Because people who are the best at soccer are like literally the most conditioned athletes, some of the strongest and most conditioned athletes to some degree. I mean, there's like levels of like UFC and boxing where like, oh yeah, that's probably the highest conditioned person, etc., which is fair to say. But just doing soccer for a long time and then like, oh, I want to telling your parents I want to do baseball on the side, or oh, let me try basketball. You'll have the conditioning for it. You just got to figure out the skill sets and the actual, saying coordination on the whatever, the field, the court, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So good luck with that, man. I think any kid doing soccer is actually the smartest thing. When I was a kid growing up, we always thought it was some like prissy soft boy shit. Like we were just always talking shit. We was on some bullshit as kids. We were just running our mouth all the time. Don't listen to people like me, and don't people like me that be when I was a kid. Don't listen to kids like that. They just be running their mouth and they can't participate on the field with you. If they're not out there on the field with you and they're not competing with you, don't listen to them. If they're not training with you on the same team, don't listen to them, bro. Because soccer is like the best base in terms of sports. Probably the best base. You think you're agile enough to be offense and um, my bad, to be offense, but I'm a defense or goalie. Did they put you there by choice? I mean, I'm sorry, are you there by choice or did they put you there? Aiden Wilson, what's going on? How you doing? How you doing, Aiden? Yeah. Let me know how that is. But yeah, man, like we used to always feel a way about, like, oh, they play this shit, they play that sport, and then we'd just be talking shit, but it's like realistically, them kids were like the best conditioned athletes in general, and they're the healthiest. They're like the healthiest people. Aiden, I remember your name, but how far back were you in the live, man? I remember your name though. I remember we were talking a long time ago, but I forgot exactly what we were talking about. But you got to remind me. There's people that are usually more consistent here. I kind of remember them more. But yeah, I appreciate you coming back, man. Thank you for being here. I played football, baseball, basketball, and soccer. That's what I mean, Master. You have the conditioning to do anything you want. You could box too if you wanted to, man. If you started boxing or doing martial arts, you'd have the conditioning for it easily. Because soccer players, They got it. They got it going on. You also got to think like I'll talk to you that one night. That one night, bro. There were so many nights. That's the thing. There were so many lives. There's so many lives, bro. And I sometimes I'm live at night a lot. But they put you there, but you like it. You like defense. Defense is underrated, man. If you can master defense at any sport, man, you're valuable. It's just like but you also like you're always gonna be valuable. You're always gonna be needed. But you know, hopefully they have the right pieces. When I streamed, bro, I stream all the time. Bro, I stream all the time. Like if I'm not going every day, I'm like every other day or like every 3 4 days. But I'm always streaming. So it's but either way, listen, Aiden, I'm happy you're here. It doesn't matter. Like the specifics don't matter. I'm just happy you're here, bro. Thank you for chilling with me, man. Thank you for coming back. Talking about kickboxing. Kickboxing. I don't know much about kickboxing. I only did, technically I only did one class of kickboxing with this one dude. I think he was I think he was I think he was of Jamaican descent, but he was teaching me kickboxing. His name was Madison. And I remember I did that, and it was funny because I did one class because me and my friends were walking up the hill, and I was telling him that I boxed, and I had a long conversation with him. He said, "Listen, if you want to come try a kickboxing match, or excuse me, a kickboxing class," I was like, "Cool, cool, I'll try it out." And I went and did the class with him, and then I told my coach about it, and then they were like, "See, my coach." My coach used to box professional. She was fighting. She actually fought Holly Holm back in 2005. I remember I was training in 2005, and then she took a break and they didn't teach us one week. And then the substitute trainers were like, "Oh yeah, she's not here because she's got a fight." Real master. Here's the thing about kickboxers though. It's like even though they have strong legs, they don't have the stamina and conditioning. That's the thing. They don't have that normal thing. A lot of guys. I'm not saying all of them. Don't get me wrong, but like there's some kickboxers who just stand and fight. But like when it comes to training, they don't run or do cardio. There's boxers like that too. There's boxers that don't run or do cardio. They're still nice at fighting. Don't get me wrong, but they don't go to extra mile literally to build the stamina and conditioning up. And that's what I'm saying is like soccer players, they always have to do it. It's always there. So when they transfer to other sports, all they have to learn now is the coordination, if not the skill set of the specific sport. So soccer players always will have a leg up over everyone. And that's coming from someone who I've never played soccer. So that's coming from someone who's never played. So that's the amount of respect I have for soccer players. That's what I'm trying to say. Um, yeah, that's what with fighting sports. There's guys who just love being in the gym, but they don't like doing the road work and running. So that's why I always say like with soccer, it's a non-negotiable. Everybody runs, even the goalie fucking runs. Like everybody has to run. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody has to run. Everybody has to move their legs. So even though someone's strong and can fight, like you gotta understand, like in the boxing world, I could probably beat up most people in the boxing world. But when it comes to other sports, I'm trash. You know, I might have, you know, the thing was when I was on the basketball court, I had the conditioning to run up and down with everyone, and I could jump and get some rebounds and shit because I was jumping rope all the time. So my legs were very springy. I was jumping rope and I was doing all these different drills, training drills. But at the time, it was like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So like when you snatch a rebound, like where to plant your feet and how to plant them. That's why I ended up rolling my ankle and then fracturing it. It was, you know, so I was like, bro, and that was just gym class. I wasn't even playing like a real game. That was only in gym class, man, which is kind of crazy. But it happens, man. It happens to the best of us. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you play soccer, so I'm sure you know some people that have rolled their ankle going hard. You got to know when to let the body rest and when to take the timeouts and all that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, that shit is crazy. But anyway, that my friend. Well, I guess he's not my friend, but we've known him for a long time. But I always shout him out. Aaron Kovar was one of the best athletes that I remember. Probably one of the best conditioned athletes I remember because he did scissors in football. Okay, but yeah, I was just talking low. Let's see what's on. That was weird. What you gotta explain that to me. What are scissors in football? You gotta explain what that is to me. I don't know the terminology. I don't know the terminology of what scissors are in football. But now this guy Aaron, like, yeah, he was like that. Like, it's funny because I was bringing up that short or that TikTok or whatever to one of my friends, and I was like, you know, it's funny because soccer players do be like this, right? And he started talking. He was like, you know, what's funny is Aaron was like that. Because I remember we would just be in gym class or like whatever, and he'd be hooping with us, and then sometimes we play football. He'd be balling with us. I swear to God. It makes sense though, because he was a legit soccer player for like his whole life. And he started breaking down. He's like, even though he was white, like he came from one of them families that like were like kind of hard nosed and like hard work and stuff. Yeah, one of them white families that like they were well off. They weren't rich, I don't think, but they were well off enough to like take care of him and make let him live his best life. But they were just like, nah, you work hard for your shit. No one's handing you shit. You work hard for it. So he came from one of them families, even though he's a white boy. Hey, he was balling out at our schools because our schools had AP programs. We're in the neighborhood. We're in the black neighborhood, but we had AP programs. Mixed with jazz programs because jazz is big in Seattle. You know how it is. Ooh, what? They're like patterns you put one foot in front or the other over and over. Oh, that's what it's called. Okay, I used to like drills like that. Sometimes you do it on the ladder. Yeah, that and hand speed drills. I remember those days. Good times, man. Yeah. I remember one time I didn't box for a while, and I thought I could get back in the ring with some people. I got fucked up, man. You always got to stay consistent, bro. I remember this one dude. Shout out to him, my guy Will. We call him White Will because there was two Wills in the gym. There's Black Ass Will. Shout out to Black Ass Will, man, aka Danger Will Robinson. That guy was dangerous, man. He fucked up someone's orbital bone or whatever you call that shit. He cracked somebody's orbital bone before their fight, so they had to cancel. And then White Will, he became a firefighter, so he's a good dude, man. But they put me in the ring with him. This dude shorter than me. He started fucking me up. I was like, bruh. And then my coach was like, damn, you got no conditioning. I was like, I was sitting there leaning on the rope like, I ain't fighting a long time. God damn, I'm getting whooped out here. I'm getting fucked up, bro. That shit was hilarious though. But yeah, that was cool. So I was able to like just kind of train a little more. I don't know if I ever got like another round in with him. But yeah, he was focused, man. That guy was focused, man. It's an isolating thing, man, because when you're like one of the best, especially when you're one of the best in the gym, a lot of the focus and training falls on you, and then everybody wants to work with you, and then people in outside gyms want to come and work with you too. But that's a whole other, that has nothing to do with soccer. But I mean, I don't know. I'm just thinking, I'm just reminiscing a bit, just thinking about sports, man. Those are good times. And this is me like in my 20s maybe, so I was like long past all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Even my homie's dad warned me. He said, "Yeah, you've been out for how long? How many years?" Oof. Yeah, I don't know, man. You got to get back in the gym though. You got to. I was like, yeah, I'm just at this point, I'm just doing it for health reasons. Like I just know like when I need to be healthy, I'm just do healthy shit. Kind of staying on point. That's where I'm at with it. But yeah, that shit crazy. Good times, man. Roadmaster, when's the next game, man? Let me know when the next game is. That's an important thing. And what's you guys' record? What's the record you guys have now? You know, what's the record? Oh, you did baseball too? I was a line drive hitter to third base. Oh, that's tight. What position did you play? Did you play yeah, what position you play in baseball? My niece used to do I think she was shortstop or something, if I remember correctly. Oh, okay. That's crazy. They got the whole thing. You normally play shortstop too? Okay. Chief, oh man, Chief is in the house, man. Chief, I just got done talking to Chief, I just got done talking to see, this is my thing. When I bring something up, I like to bring it up again just so people know I ain't shit talking to one. But I just got done talking to Cash Artist and about how I really like the people in Portland. Like I just really like how the community in Portland keeps everyone accountable. But also they nurture people. They nurture the best qualities of, I mean, this is just my experience, what I saw. They nurture the best of people, and then fuck, was I gonna say? They nurture the best of people, and they keep people accountable. And that was one thing, man. When I went down there, I was telling Cash, I was like, bro, I might move to Portland. I don't know, man. I'm gonna go down there with yeah, so all my blades and stuff, man. That was crazy when they never mind, I'll show you later. We nurture the club and youth. Yeah, I like that. We've only won one game of soccer so far. That was the first game you guys won. Hey, win is enough. Winning, I mean, and I always say this, man. The game and like the sport itself is always more important than the actual winning. Sometimes, man. If that makes sense. If that makes sense, Rollmaster. Because I have that Rollmaster. I don't know if you do. Rollmaster, do you Rollmaster, do you watch Dragon Ball Z? Let me know if you watch that. This won't make sense unless you don't watch it. But Chief Bongo, yeah, hip hip hooray for humanity. That's the thing, man. That's the thing, man. Yeah, Chief, I was thinking about that because I was like, I just got done talking to Cash about Portland. I was like, bro, low key, I would move there, man. Like the way the community's set up. Because over here, what I was trying to say was, it's easier for me to say it out loud than write it out. Because I was gonna type it out in the Portland server, but it wouldn't have made sense. I'll give an example, right? Some people could say shit here in Seattle, and then people start taking it the wrong way. They internalize it, and then they go throughout their days, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and they just go throughout their days just thinking about what someone said to them, and never really addressing the issue. But at least from what I've seen in the Portland stuff and what you guys did there, you guys were really dealing with each other on like in the moment kind of basis or in the moment level. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's kind of crazy, man. That's what's kind of crazy. RIP for me. Why? Because I am going to leave US and you're going to, bro, what is that? Australia? You going to Australia already? Or New Zealand? What the fuck is that? Hey, Rody, thank you for being here, man. As always, man. Thank you for being here, bro. You know how it is. Hey, Rody, are you really gonna leave? You going down under? You guys going down under, man. What? That's crazy. Is it just supposed to be? Oh, sorry. It is just supposed to just be fun. Okay, I got it. And I have not ever watched Dragon Ball Z. You haven't? Ah, damn it! It won't make sense. But to give an example, like the thing about Goku is Goku loves fighting. Like Goku don't even care about winning the fight. He just wants to fight. If that makes sense, you know what I mean. That's Goku's issue. Is he like he's supposed to save? He's strong enough to save the world, but he just wants to fight people. So he'd be sitting there fighting people, taking his time. He'll pull back when he's winning, and then he'll just keep fighting because he wants to keep fighting. And that was my issue too. Like I'll be sitting there in the amateurs, and I remember I was like, bro, I didn't like I'd be losing fights and I didn't care. I was like, bro, it's whatever. You watch Naruto. I mean, I'm trying to think of a good example. Maybe Rock Lee. Yeah, I was kind of maybe I might have been like Rock Lee because I was taking shit hella serious. Like every moment was every moment, every living moment was a training moment. Like even if I was dealing and having dialogue with someone, I was like, am I getting uncomfortable? Should I pull away or should I try to have this conversation? Do I not know what's being said? I got to sit there and listen. You know what I mean? Like I would be some Rock Lee shit. I'd be like, what? Because I remember one time my coach was talking to me. I wasn't uncomfortable with what she was saying, but one thing she pointed out at the end of the conversation was like, yeah, I could tell you don't like people in your space. Like every time I'm getting closer to talk to you and just you kind of pull back. So maybe when we train today, we'll work on you being like right there in the pocket so you can throw some rib shots. I was like, all right, fuck it, let's go. So I'm over here just like she taught me how to just kind of bob and weave and stay like close and just fuck people up. And then like I started carrying that same mentality in regular everyday life. When I started talking to people and people in the neighborhood talk shit to me, I just stand right there with them. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, let me know when we're done talking, man. Let me know when we're done talking. I was on that time when I was on some Goku shit because when I was in seventh grade, I had five amateur matches. I went 2-3. I should be 3-2 back then, but one of the fights I got robbed. But who cares, man? You got to win. When you got to win, you got to win. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about that was, in all five of those matches, I cracked the people's noses every time. Even the ones I lost, I was just cracking people. Just hit them hard. And I was like, man, I wish we had another round so I could just like put all the energy out again one more time. But back then when you're doing amateurs, it's like 3 2-minute rounds when you're a kid. But yeah, man. Favorite soda. Root beer, man. I'm gonna do root beer. I'm gonna say root beer. I might have to walk up the street because it's getting hella loud. But we'll see. We'll see. What's going on? Yeah, we def try to deal with issues in the moment to kill any type of bad vibe and de-escalate the egos. I def try to set the example of being a genuine sport and practicing patience. Yeah, man. I think being down in Portland helped me understand the kind of blader and the adult that I want to be here. You know what I'm saying? Like just in general, like just seeing you, Chief, watching you and Sushi. Um, just it's like you're. It's not like you're taking control. You're not taking control of the situation in a bad way, but you're taking control of it and it's respected. The fact that the respect and the love is there is very important. The fact that I was able to see that, man, I was like, I got to learn how to be a bit of that when I get back to Seattle. Just in general, you know what I'm saying? It's yeah, Tommy, like my bad, I had to speak up because the dude was out loud with the leaf blower. I might, like I said, I might have to walk up the street. God damn the hell out of here. Hold on. All right, let me see. There we go. Roadmaster, you said yours is Mountain Dew. Yeah, buddy. Mountain Dew got so many different flavors. What's your favorite flavor of Mountain Dew? I just thought about that, man. That's a tough one. So many different levels of like. Cold, are you a Cold Red? The little blue joint, whatever the fuck, and then the Baja Blast. I saw they got another one. It was like black and something or whatever. I can't remember what it's called. But Voltage. Oh yeah, Voltage. Yeah, you fuck with Voltage? They got good flavors, honestly, man. Mountain Dew be having good flavors, man. You know what I mean? I got good shit going on there. But yeah, Chief, man, it's really interesting because yeah, I thought about that. I was like, I guess in most spaces, like even myself, I do think egotistically without me knowing, and it helped me like, you know what, just when you view other people and you see how they operate, you're like, okay, this kind of helps me reflect and think to myself like, um, person I need to be, the individual I need to be, because the days you don't feel heard, it's like you feel like you want to keep speaking about yourself a little more just to be heard a little better or to be understood. But in the process of me doing that, because I have a hard time communicating in general, or sometimes I come off more rough than I really am. It's like I'm just because I'm being honest and shit. It's like people interpret me the wrong way, so I'm constantly having to explain myself. But in the process of me constantly explaining myself, I probably developed a bit of an ego just simply hearing myself, having to explain and validate myself all the time. But not that I was trying to develop that ego, but nonetheless it happened. So it's just like I don't know, man. It kind of helped me recognize a bit about myself. Where I was like, I guess I'm in this habit of constantly thinking in from my point of view rather than being accountable of like for example, is like the amount of leniency and like whatever that I've seen you guys have with people, and I've seen this in other spaces too, don't get me wrong, but just seeing that in terms of a blader space, it kind of helped me understand. I was like, yeah, you're able to see it from someone else's perspective, if not what their possible point of view would be, you know what I mean? Because there's some personalities that people over here don't know how to deal with. They respect it, but they don't know how to deal with, and down there you guys know how to deal with shit, which is really cool. That's the difference. People can be respected but don't necessarily they don't really know how. Excuse me, people are respected but they're not really dealt with in a nurturing, if not loving way, and down there people are being dealt with in a loving, nurturing way, and I've noticed that, and that's really good. Some of these youths get hot-headed and emotional, really, yeah, and I'm just getting there trying to lighten the mood and keep them motivated. Like, don't be so hard on yourself, it's just a hobby and fun. Yeah, man, that's tricky though. It's really tricky. It's really tricky when you see that. You know, I've seen that in the sports world, man. I've definitely seen that in the sports world. It's funny because like you're just an adult observing it, but it's a funny thing to observe. Your favorite drink is Body Armor, really? That's interesting. They do have good flavors, though. I will say they do have good flavors. You know what I mean? They do have some good flavors, but like I don't know, like I don't think I've met anyone that says they like Body Armor. It's a good drink though. Most people go for like the sodas and like certain juices, but that's a good thing. That's actually good. When I was young, my dad used to work. Well, he still works at the hospital in the cafeteria, and he get a discount on like Oddwallas and Naked, like the juices. Back then, it was just Oddwallas, so I'd always get the little protein drink and the tropical drinks and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I was just getting those all the time. Yeah, man. I grew up on this block, man. I don't know if y'all know. All the way over there. When I said my house got knocked down, behind this fence and like kind of a little far back where that tall ass tree is, kind of right there, middle-ish left, right in front of that house, man. Right in front of that house, like they had there's like a shed in front of that tree, and then my house was in front of the shed. But I grew up in that house right on this block. Dad worked across the street. I ended up working across the street years later, but nonetheless, I've always been in this neighborhood. Changed a whole lot, man. The beautiful thing about it all is that we can have a safe and motivating space to chill and blade away. Yeah, brotherhood and sisterhood of sorts. That to me is worthwhile. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You know. So, hold on, I gotta check something. All right. You think about this, man. Yeah, it's really interesting, man. We had a so Chief. We had a soccer con like 2 week and a half or 2 weeks ago, and it was really interesting because during soccer con we also had not soccer con. Roadmaster said, "Have I ever ridden a bike?" Let me tell you something, Roadmaster. To this day, I don't know how to ride a bike. That's why I be running all the time. Like my brother, or maybe not my brother, but my cousins, they would all be on the bike, and they would all be riding down the street on the bikes and shit, and I'd be chasing after them. So ever since I was a kid, I'd just be running. Oh, my bad, it's hella loud. But to address what you're speaking about, Chief, man, what you was talking about, Chief, we had SoccerCon, and then we had not SoccerCon, another tournament that was happening simultaneously during our event. And like there was a dude that was going to show up to not SoccerCon. Well, had signed up and he showed up, and it was really interesting because when he was, we're kind of like worried because it was like, bro, last time he was at last time he was at events, he he had like a fit. He kind of just blew up on everyone and made it kind of about him and how he was losing, shit like that. And then we're just like, I wasn't there for that one, but he made such a big deal and he left on a bad note that people couldn't do right by him, or they couldn't address the issue and talk to him at least before he stormed out and avoided his match. But he showed up to another event and he was getting a little frustrated, but he kind of kept it to himself. But more importantly, he just kind of yeah, man, he would complain in like random group chats. And apparently, and I come to find out later on, like, yeah, he was showing up to there's one dude he was good friends with. He would show up to his job and complain to that particular dude at the job, which was crazy. And I was like, bro, what? So I didn't know all this was happening. He talked to me a little bit about it when we were hanging out, and I talked to him one on one about it. But my whole thing is when he showed up to that tournament, I was like, listen, if anything, we're gonna obviously you guys have to monitor him because you guys are there. But the biggest thing is like, I hope he apologizes when he's there. And there was no apology. He was still getting a little frustrated and like being upset in the corner by himself, or what, to my understanding, and like he was just being whatever. So it sucks when we have people like that in the community because it's like they're still allowed to participate unless they've done people wrong or they mistreated people or made people feel uncomfortable, which he kind of did. Let's be honest, but to his degree, it's more whiny than it is problematic. You know what I mean? We had one problematic dude, that lunar dude we're telling you about, and yeah, he's been very. I guess he was problematic. He was enough for me to handle. Pause, but at the same time, I don't know, like the fact that he was making other people, the fact that like he couldn't get over on me, but he was still trying to try other people's patience and other people's knowledge and respect or whatever. Like the fact that he was doing that's a little crazy. So, um, yeah, that's what's crazy. Like that's the thing too is I got to be mindful of that. Just because someone can't get over on me, they're still trying to get over on other people, and you got to be careful about that because he was making some really good people, good-hearted people uncomfortable, and that's not fair. But yeah, I think about shit like that, man. I gotta, yeah, yeah, I think about shit like that basically. We got a couple guys that are a little frustrated here and there, and the funny thing is they're all adults. All the people that have been causing us problems are just these straight up adults. We had a dude show up at the last soccer con. He was getting upset at the judges. Mind you, he's walking around with his headphones in the whole time. They called his name up. I mean, shout out to my guy Jamal. I'm gonna shout you out because that's my guy. And I literally talked to him that day. And he was getting upset. He was like, "Man, they fucking voided my match and said I'm like disqualified because I didn't come up and I didn't hear my name." And I'm looking at him. I'm like, it's funny because the judge complained to me like he literally has his headphones in. We called him up 2 3 times. He didn't come up. We disqualified him. And then he's wondering why we didn't call. Like we didn't call. I was like, bro, you got. I was like, yeah, I don't know, man. I didn't want to bring it up the headphone stuff. I looked at him. I was like, hey, man, we make mistakes. It happens. It's the first time we've had a big event like this. I was trying to talk to him about that. And then the he was just so upset, and I was like, nah, I don't want to. I don't know, man. I don't know how upset he is, but I still want him to come around, come out to events. But he started going off. He's like, yeah, I've been to more organized events than this. I've done card games and all this stuff, and I was just like, part of me want to be a little smart and be like, hey, man, sounds like you want to go back to card games. But there's another piece of me that was like, well, you know what? Let's just hear you out. I just start listening to him and hear him out, and then like, he I don't know, he kind of came I don't say he came around, but he was just kind of calming down a bit, and I was like, all right, that's cool. As long as you're getting your matches in, bro. As long as you're getting your matches in and whatnot. I just don't like when people lose and they make excuses about everything but themselves. Because every time I lose, I know the excuse is me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm doing some funny ass builds. You know what I'm saying? The other thing too is like I'm starting to run that 070. When I got 070 now, I'm about to run 070, bro. I got Zap. I'm gonna start using Zap. I'm gonna do a stupid. Hey, Chief, since you're here, I'm gonna do a funky build. I'm gonna do a Drum Buster 455 Zap. I'm gonna do something funny tomorrow. I'm gonna just see how it turns out. I don't know how good it's gonna be. Got caught slacking, bro. Yeah, that's what's crazy, man. Is like I don't know. Some people just can't take the L. You know what I mean? Zap them. Yeah. What is my favorite baseball team? I'm gonna end this in about 3 minutes. But Romaster, my favorite baseball team is the Seattle Mariners because I'm from Seattle, so that's the American League side. On the National League side, I'm gonna say the Colorado Rockies. And both of them teams, they ain't so hot. For being honest, they ain't so hot at all. Let me try something real quick. All right, let me know if we still running. There we go. You actually like because other streamers don't really talk. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Realm Master. Um, I have a small channel, so like I don't get enough people that kind of talk in the chat anyway. Sometimes when I get a lot of people talking in the chat, it's a lot of trolls. A lot of trolls and accounts that just like they try to spell out the N word and then they do like like disrespectful gay jokes. They just being disrespectful and just having fun. Um, which is I'm all for having fun. I'm all for entertaining ignorance, but that's why I have guys like Chief and Z and Jax, who's not going to be here for a while, as my moderators because I trust their judgment to get rid of like disrespectful things. Because my thing is when ignorance comes around me, I'll entertain it. It's just my upbringing, man. I meet people halfway with bullshit, which is bad. The older I'm getting, I realize because it doesn't get you anywhere. You want to entertain positivity and kindness and just exercise those habits. It's really important to do that. Easier said than done. I'll say that for me. For someone who hasn't had much of that, well, let me not say that. I haven't been normalized towards that. I have to start normalizing myself towards it now. But yeah, Zap on Ground Buster sounds killer, yo. I mean, I don't know because it's like it came with a cell, right? It's funny because it came with a cell, and I'm like, Zap just looks like a better version of a cell because it's flatter than like someone said this in the voice chat last night. They're like, it's flatter than flat, and it's pretty much a wide point, but a wide cell, and it's like a little bit. I don't know if it's lower or like higher than a cell. I can't remember how they measured it, but it's funny. So I don't know, man. But I put it on 455, which is gonna be bursty. I like making Drawn Buster bursty because it's already an iffy blade compared to the more reliable ones. People who want to do reliable builds that are affordable, you can just do like whale, whatever whale you end up getting, right? You can get a whale, you can get a wizard rod, which is all affordable. and then your third can be anything from silver wolf to like a night mail. But night mail, you'd have to get the whole set, so maybe that's a little more pricey. But you can just buy a silver wolf. You can just get you a silver wolf, a rod, and then a whale. But then if you don't want to run whale for the weight stuff, you could just run Tyranno. Well, see, Tyranno beats a little more pricier, but you could just keep gambling on the boost or whatever. But there's so many like affordable builds you can create to do anti-aero Pegasus. You know what I'm saying? And the other, hold on, looking at my. So apparently, when I swipe down the window, I can talk. So hopefully, my all the audio was still going. Hopefully, it didn't cut out. But I'm at the yeah, we'll see in a second. I got time to spare. I got time to kill. Yeah, man, I've been chilling all day, man. Really. 17%. Let me see if I can go up in this here. Great attack and stamina. It acts like point plus. You're right. Bro, did you see that thing with a what is that shit? It's like Gear Rush. They're gonna have Gear Rush, bro. Gear Rush is crazy. GR. That's fucking wild to me. Gear Rush. You know, bro. You know what I really like is Vortex. Vortex is fun because most blades are right. Vortex is really fun. Gear Rush, I can't wait, man. I'm about to walk up to I gotta do it in a second. On the Fox. That's what it is, Fox, yeah. Let me see if I can't break into the hospital real quick and then charge up my phone while I'm doing this. It's like one right now. Let me get over here. Oh shit. Hey Chief. I don't know if you knew this, Chief, but a long time ago when I used to do the Truancy Hour, which is pretty much what this, you know, podcast is, or this live stream, whatever this whatever the fuck you want to call it. This live stream podcast that I do here. When I used to do the Truancy Hour, I used to do it as an audio podcast, you know? And when I did the audio back then, hold on, man. Give me a second. Yo, come on. Hold on, man. 1 second. When I used to do the audio, I used to literally just break into certain departments during my work time, my work schedule. I used to break into certain ones and just record. But it would be audio. It wasn't live. It wasn't live. It would just record the audio and I would upload it. Sometimes more than likely right away. In the beginning, I would edit it. And then after a while, I was like, fuck that filtering shit. I'm going to just put it out there. But that was when I used to work on the job. So that's how the truancy hour started. I would play truant from work, if not truant from my responsibilities, for literally an hour and just record. Now I got this, or now I quit my job, so now I'm just doing this. Now I'm about to break back into my old job and see if I can break in and do it straight like this. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's going on right here, Chief. Breaking back into the old job, dog. You know what I'm saying? See if I can live stream and charge up right here real quick. Real quick. When I get that going, well, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, Chief. Chief, are you guys meeting up today? Or are you guys meeting tomorrow? And that's the other thing I told Cash. I was like, Cash, you got to understand, in Portland, they meet up like 3 to 4 times a week. You know, something like that. 3 to 4 times a week. Who is Chief? Chief is Johnny Bongo. He's the chief. That's who he is, man. In my language, we call him a Datu. That's what we call him in my language. It's Datu Bongo. Datu Johnny. DJ. He's Datu Johnny, bro. That's more like that's a deeper part of the language, you know. Because you could just call someone a chief, but Datu is like the deeper. I don't want to say indigenous, but you know, Let me look around, bro. Excuse me. Sorry. But yeah, that's the deeper part of the language. I just need to charge the phone. Romance was good. You know. We'll see you in a second. There we go. This shit open. All right, here we go. Oh, I'm gonna use this right here. I'm gonna charge up the phone right here. See if I can hit the double. Charge it. Damn, bro. Let me do this. But my bad. You said Vortex is the truth. I'm really happy with Scorpion's app. Okay. I haven't tested it yet, but I got it. And actually I brought it with me. So I'm gonna show you what I got maybe in a second. Next, I'm most excited to lab with Kick and Hell Reapers. The Hell Reaper is gonna be interesting. The Kick bit's gonna be really interesting too. Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting. When I hit the 2 hour mark, I might close out and then log back in. Um, after I'm just charging right now, but hold on. For now, I might just be doing this because I might have to call the number of this one spot that I gotta check into, and then after I check in, probably just get right back in for another hour or so. You know what I mean? Actually, I'll be right back right now too. Give me a second. Should I do it? I can wait. Yeah, Chief never. And I'll be right back. I use the bathroom. Yep. Real quick. Yeah, Chief. I'll pull out the blades later, maybe. That's what I should do right now. Are you back? I just got back to you. That's funny. Let me see, man. Hold on. Let me check on with this dude in a second. I just prop my phone up over here. Red. There we go. I'll do it later. Bro, I just came from the bathroom too. That's funny. But I'll do all this later, man. I've been out in nature so much, bro. Like just outside at the parks and whatnot, and just walking through everywhere so much with the backpack. That like they just got this random leaves in the little side pocket. Like just brushing against trees and bushes and shit. Like it's crazy. Anyway, yeah, man. I'm just waiting for this message. Really, I'm gonna check it and be right back. Cools, yeah. I have it with me. Well, Chief, since you're actually here, Chief, here, just hold on real quick, Chief. Since you're here, since you're still here, Chief, hold on. I got you. Cause I thought you left. Come on, dog. Let's get to it. Yo, for real? Really? You doing this right now? Let's go. You too. Come on. Let's go. There we go. All right. There we go. There we go. Said a few weeks ago, there was a big storm in Tennessee, and you were in it. Somebody the other there was like a couple weeks ago. Someone was telling me that they were in a where were they? It might have been Tennessee, but they're originally from. They originally live in Mississippi, but they show up in the live every now and again. And that's yeah. You know what? I'm glad you're safe. But it's funny because I wonder if it was the same time where he was there. It was this guy. I forgot his name. Max Rats, but he's usually here in the live. But shout out to him. He's from Mississippi. But I think they did a tournament or like a game in Tennessee. But he was saying he got caught on the storm too. Or I think him and his team or something, or his family or something like that. But yeah, was that the same storm that was a couple weeks ago? Like last month? That's crazy. Chief, what you want to see? I just got some funny builds right here. I got all of them. I got like 7 of them. Just some funny shit. Let's just start. We'll start from left to right. Get it right. All right, there it is. Right there. Get to it, man. In all its glory, man. Got the Scorpio right there with the interchangeable. You know what I'm saying? Interchangeable. Matter of fact, while we're at it, come on, man. Trying to hook them up with these, Brent. I finally got the Chimera grip. You know what I'm saying? King Boo on one side. Bam. Middle King Slime. You know what time it is. And I just got hooked up with the yellow joint. There goes that right there. 10-degree with the angler. I got the angler attachment, so yeah. There it is, man. In all its glory, bro. There it is. And the other thing I got is I'm gonna start to break this out right here. I'm gonna break that out right here. Got some other people's stuff. Yellow flash glory. Yeah, it's actually a piss launcher. We're calling it piss launcher. So when I get the piss whale wave and I get the piss drawn buster, you got piss drawn buster right here, piss whale wave, and then I'm gonna get the piss corp, the beer piss. That's the beer piss. But yeah, they got the yellow. You know what I'm saying? I prefer it this way with the boom. You know what I'm saying? Just slide it out. Yeah, that's my thing. How's it go? It tastes a lot more loose, so that's what's cool. But we'll see, man. Feels better. Feels better. That's just my thing. But I'm really happy. I had the green one too. I don't know. You probably saw my green one. It was for like it was based on Reptar. It was like green, orange, and blue. And I finally got some attachments for that. So I have some stuff to give away later. Yeah, let's talk about it, man. There we go. Right there. You had Bakugan too? You Bakugan. So it has like the little interchangeable blade stuff. You know, kind of spins right there. Just cool. You kind of see it in there too. I guess it starts off on this mode and goes in and out. That's the cool part. And I'm doing a classic 360 on it. 360. I haven't tested it yet, so I don't know, which is crazy. And then I put level on it, so I'll go Scorp 360 level. There's Scorp 360 level. Let's move on to what's the next one I have? Got the white whale. I left the black one at the house. I gave away so many black whales. I got so many black whales. You don't understand. I'm about to order more black whales. That's all I rock. Rock with the whale. Well, we're doing a classic. You gotta launch it in defense mode. Yeah, this mode or the launcher won't grip. I heard about that. Yeah, because like the little white parts block out the little three prongs. Yeah, there goes white whale right there. For those wondering, blue and white 960 from the Tyranno Roar. My friend Noisemaster gave me a Tyranno Roar, so shout out to Noisemaster. And I'm doing a taper that I got from my friend Lily. I traded what did I trade to Lily? I forgot. I think it was like a high needle, and then Lily gave me a taper. So I think this is the taper I got because I have a lot of them in the same color, like purple, and I got another taper from what is it? I had an extra level bit. I think was it level? I had an extra level bit, and I gave it to my friend Gameblade for another red taper. So I like tapers. The prize color, the Baja Blast. We call it Baja Blast whale. You know about Silver Wolf? Silver Wolf, right? This is the Sakura Wolf right there. The Sakura con right there. There goes the Sakura Wolf. I got this sticker from Neo. It's not really put on there the best way, but yeah, that's Sakura Wolf right there. Spin gimmick blade. Get a shout out to Neo for the sticker. One of my heavier Silver Wolves on the 660. 660 that came from, I believe, Brave. From the Brave, right? I've been going dot. I'm going to Wolf on dot. You can go Wolf 9 dot, Wolf 960 dot, but I use 660 because for some reason the assist blade thing or whatever this little spinny joint is kind of helps with protecting the six, and it's already a defensive kind of a defensive stammy thing. I just made it a little more defensive, but I use Silver Wolf on dot. That's just me. You know, everybody does their own thing. Yeah, the prize whale is pretty cool. I might get a new launcher colored in the prize whale colors, a little blue and whatnot. I bet I'm over checking shit. Next one, we're gonna break it down. Oh, Nightmail. You know, one of my favorites, bro. Nightmail. With the ball bearings. Get that Nightmail. But I'm starting to test on it because I haven't tested it yet. But 070, because I used to do 080 on it. But let's try that 070 on it. Put it all together. 070 hexa. Keep it real simple. KM. KM in the chat. KM in the chat. You already know what it is, man. Nightmail 070. I like 080 on it because it was green, but now I get to use the 070. Put it a little lower. Still kind of riding high with the hexa. You already know what it is, man. I learned to love Nightmail when I was down there in Portland with you guys because I was just testing it out. That was fun, man. That was really fun. Oh, let me just show you this while we're at it. Fuck it. We got this funky joint right here, man. I call it Citrus, the Citrus Buster. You know what I'm saying? Citrus Drum Buster right there, bro. Already. 160. Yeah. 160 is pretty cool. You like 760 hexa? That's interesting. That's interesting. It's heavy enough to handle it though, too, which is good. But yeah, man. Let's break it down. That's that brand new one, fresh out the box. Still shiny, bro. We're gonna use it though. Probably tomorrow at the it's not a tournament, but we gotta meet. There's a tournament today, but there's a meetup. So yeah, man. But there it is, man. Citrus Drown Buster. The Buster is cool. I like that colors too. Yeah, buddy. I'm gonna do the 455 on it, man. Just to see what happens. It's kind of funny. 455 lines up really weirdly on there. Doesn't really give it any. It bounces the weight and it might burst though, right on these little weird parts right here on the sides. See these little sides, right over there. It might kind of who knows. But I'm putting the zap on it. We got zap. So bam, 455 zap. I mean, I don't know. Let's see what happens. It might just blow up. It might just blow up. Who knows? Yeah, Ain't no telling. This is my fun one. This is my fun one right here. Let's take it out. Impact Drake, man. Impact Drake right there. I need to wear the rubber a little more. Beyblades, Rollmaster. Beyblades. Impact Drake. Need to wear it out a little more. I've been throwing a little 460 on it. I always do 460 on my Impact Drakes. Let me see. Me move things around a bit. There you go. That's how it lines up a bit. You know, kind of works, kind of doesn't. But I like it. The build that I like for it, because Impact Drake has very low stamina. I've just been putting Elevate on there, honestly. I've been doing Impact Drake 460 Elevate personally. So it's fun. You know, it bursts sometimes, but you know, my yellow Elevate is a lot more bursty than my purple. This one's a lot more tighter for some odd reason. I don't know why. That's my build for it. It's kind of weird. It's funky. It just, you know, when Impact Drake is about to run out of stamina, I save about 2 to 4 more seconds at the end just because of Elevate. But yeah, hold on. And then shout out to my guy. You remember this, Chief? I had one Tyrannosaur. I gave it away to Little Will Jr. Had one Tyrannosaur, gave it to Will or Little Will, and then I didn't have one for a while, but I gave Noise Master a whale because he didn't have whale. He said, "Can I give you something? I got to give you something from for free. I got to trade you." And I was like, "I mean, what do you have?" He said, "I got a Tyrannosaur fresh in the box." He was naming all these other blades. All I heard was Tyrannosaur. I was like, "I'll take the Tyrannosaur." So this one is from Noise Master. So I'm trying to wear it out and give it some wear and tear. It has a bit of a it has this like dent that's kind of sharp. Can't really see it, but yeah, it's there. I've been throwing this little beautiful 160 on it with the low flat, the gold low flat. So keeping it golden, the golden roar right there. Elevate on the Scorpio Spirit and Golem is also dopeness. Really? See, here's my thing. I was thinking Zap probably works good on Golem, but I could be wrong. You're going outside, Rollmaster? Hey, Rollmaster, enjoy the good weather. Hopefully, you guys got good weather over there. Hopefully, you guys got good weather and good vibes over there. But yeah, thank you, Rollmaster, for being here, man. But yeah, Chief, I got my Tyrannosaur back. It's a good feeling. All right, you want to see my X limited deck? I'm gonna just show y'all anyway. All right, hold on 1 second. I gotta answer a text message. Yeah. You know, I thought about because like Golem is already like it's very it's compact. It's very compact. You know what I mean? So the fact that Golem is so compact, I just wonder how Zap will work on it with the width. You know, there's like it has a bit of width to it and like denseness to it. But I want to test out Zap a little bit. I'm gonna try to test it on a whale maybe, um, Buster obviously, and then just kind of just mess around with it. Obviously whale and Buster are like my go tos, so I always test everything through that and see how it works. But I've been really liking. Here, let me show you this. Chief, let me show you my X limited stuff. So I've been really trying to make this work. I don't know if it's really gonna work though. I've been using the black Phoenix feather, man. Gotta use the black crow. Gotta pull out the black crow in all of its glory, man. It's basically like a Nerf drawn sword. I also put the black drawn sword you gave me as a chain. I put it on my chain on the pendant. I was rocking that shit at SoccerCon, bro. That shit was, man. I'm telling you, man. They was rocking with it. Everyone loves seeing the sword. All right, here we go. Let me line it up correctly. I'm throwing the 360 on it, classic 360. But I've been doing Vortex on it, bro. I'll put Vortex on that. Vortex on the Phoenix feather, bro. I've been doing that. I've been wearing this thing out. I ain't gonna lie. I've been wearing that doing. That joint been getting worn out, bro. It's crazy. Pause. But yeah, let me see. That's my Phoenix feather build. I like using it personally. This one's been like a low key monster. It's like a good balance and you can, it's always a good balance, but you can always switch it up in many ways. But this is just how I like to build it for some reason. It's always been working for me for some reason, but for limited, at least limited rules. But Hell's Chain, got that beautiful red and magenta Hell's Chain right there. Still really shiny. I gotta break it in. It needs more wars. It needs to go through more wars. But I got this beat up 760 that I throw on it. Got that thing kind of beat up 760, getting smacked up, and then I throw that thing on Unite. I run that joint on Unite right there. Oh, I'm blocking the light. Bam. Yeah, Hell's Chain, 760 Unite. That's what I've been doing personally. Personally, I mean, I don't know. It's been working for some reason. And then obviously here's the classic. Like this is like point proven, obviously. But you already know what I'm gonna say. You already know what I'm gonna say. Unicorn Sting. I got this from my guy Dark Fabled. This is like when I went to my very first tournament ever. When I got my very first tournament ever, right? I only had a drawn sword. I had a blue drawn sword, and it had a flat bit, but the flat bit was chipped up, like it was broken. I was like, "Can I use this?" All right, let me know if we're still on. For some reason, the light went out. It might have just went out automatically. Hold on. You see something? All right, there we go. There we go. Let's see how that go. Let me know if we still going. But I went to my very first tournament, and then I didn't have enough to use. I had like a drawn sword and one other thing. It was like I can't remember what the blade was. It was some. Might be dying. My friend Dark Fabled was there. Okay, I think we're good. My friend Dark Fabled was there. He said, "Here, just take this," and he just gave this to me. All right, we just got to do this now. Damn, it's all bad. It's all bad. Here, I'm gonna unplug it for now. I'm gonna unplug it for now, bro. Damn, I'm gonna unplug it for now. All right. But my friend Dark Fable just gave me that. And he was like, "You could just use it, bro. You could just have it." I thought I had to give it back to him, but he was leaving early. He's like, "You could just have it, bro. Just take it." So I was like, when X Limited came out, I just started to use the red one. This is my MVP. This dude was MVP, and I ran that thing on a, like you already know what I'm gonna say, 960. You already know what I'm gonna say, 960. Disc ball. You already know what I'm gonna say. But this disc ball right here came from a Drawn Buster, the citrus one. And everybody was like, everyone who was opening their Drawn Busters before me, they were saying that that 960 is a lot more, like the weight is a little different, but it's also more snug inside the slot, the little Hasbro one. So it seems a little rattly, but it is what it is. It's been pretty snug. So I'm gonna test it out tomorrow. We're gonna have fun. Test it out at the thing. Got this situated, bro. Those are the builds I'm going for, man. That's what I got cooking right now. I didn't want to bring the whole box. I wasn't trying to bring the whole box out. I'm waiting on this email right now. So when I get the email, I'm probably going to log out of here. Log up out of here, dog. Now I know that the mic has like a 2-hour limit. I don't remember if I charged it yesterday. I don't think I did. Maybe I didn't charge it. So I know it goes longer, but I don't think I charged the mic. You probably can't hear me though. Can you hear me? I got to speak up a little bit. Okay. I might be able to stay on live. You can hear me though? All right, cool. Let me move some shit around. Cool. Thanks, Chief. Thank you, Chief. Thank everyone for being here. Give me a second. I'm going to prop this up. Give me a second, bro. Let me just get situated here. Yeah, I haven't done like a Beyblade live stream in hella long. Connection at the house is trash, bro. Sad about that. Yeah, let me try some. Let me try this, bro. Ooh. I propped everything up right here. It's over, bro. I'm kind of sideways, though, but it is what it is. I gotta sit like this. Yeah, let me check this out, bro. Let's see if I can hit that double. Let's try to get to 3 hours, man. Let's get that 3 hours in. 3 hour stream. 3 hour stream. Let's get it. Let's get it. I don't know, man. We like, what, 2 hours and some change in right now. Let me see. I gotta take action. All right, give me a second. Let me do this. Hold on, man. Why is this doing this? It's kind of acting up. I guess it's automatic. So I gotta check these emails real quick before I move on. Shit, I gotta move my phone. Give me a second. Complete your pre-checking information. Yeah, man. You guys are chilling with me for a while until I complete this. All right, let's do this.
Somebody here too?
Yeah, our son.
Oh, okay.
He had open heart yesterday. He's doing good. They moved him already to 4th floor, so that's good.
Okay. Yeah, yesterday?
Yes.
My husband had for yesterday. So they moved him yesterday. Last night.
To 4th floor?
Yeah.
That's where my son is. They moved him just now.
Oh, okay. So it must be feeling better.
Yeah.
Not bad,
He
y'all.
had open heart.
Yeah.
Triple bypass.
Chilling here, man. We're chilling here, man.
5? Oh,
yeah. It was
Ugh. There we go.
how's he doing?
much better. Last night was really rough.
Yeah. When did he have it?
I might have to take this off.
Okay.
On May 1st, yeah.
What was his doctor? Lee?
I usually keep tape on
Because our sons was supposed to be on the 30th.
my little webcam camera, dog.
Moved him to yesterday because
Like a
of
sticker on it.
emergency.
Yeah. We were afraid for my husband that they're gonna move him too. We waited 6 weeks already.
Move
Yeah.
some stuff around.
I mean, the days
There we
so
go.
long. The waiting is so tiring.
Yeah. And then they don't feel good or
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah, yeah, and we still not to do anything, so, yeah. And we had 2 weeks
go. Gotta use the webcam and take a picture of my ID. That's some bullshit. There we go. I gotta do this, right? I gotta do photo mode. There we go.
We can't make a decision. We're like panicking and everything. And he said, I will get it for the kidney with pain medication. I'm not gonna move. I'm not gonna May 1st for anything.
Yeah.
But then the neurologist insisted that we should have a surgery last Tuesday.
There we go. All right, how do I find the location?
5 chambers.
Yeah.
How can you get 2 anesthesia? So, you know, we don't know what to do. I don't know what the prayer room is like. I don't know what it is like. Confused. And I'm crying. And Sunday night,
It passed. What a blessing.
it was like, so we have to use. Our family has never been that happy. This kidney stone passing. We were not even that happy for our kids' birth.
Yeah.
Yeah. How old is your son?
51.
Sad, very young.
Very young.
Yeah.
The doors are locked. It's weird.
Why do we have it locked? I don't know.
No, my husband is,
Trying to get in.
well, we've been having car issues. We borrowed our son's car that's here,
Oh,
Okay.
and he has a recall on it, and he had it checked out, and they said, oh, it's fine. Well, now the recall is, that's what's causing his issue.
Yeah.
So then we said, we'll take our granddaughter's car, and that worked fine for 2 days. And then today.
yeah, I gotta keep using the camera. That's crazy. There we
think
go.
She's having brake problems with it. So my husband took it to a shop, and he said, it's okay.
Might need a new
not to
sticker.
run, I'm just gonna walk here.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have to let me in.
Yeah. So I'm assuming you're from out of town then?
We're from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Well, actually, we have a home in Texas,
There we go.
and we came from Texas. We came from Brownsville,
Okay.
and then our son lives here in Seattle. So,
Yeah, I went to college in Texas for 1 year.
what did you?
Yeah, and then I transferred to Minnesota.
You gotta take a selfie. This is crazy.
Undergraduate
All right.
college and
Oh, okay.
graduate program, University of Minnesota.
Ah,
Yeah. You're familiar with Minnesota?
Oh, yeah.
Midwest.
Yeah, I used to be in sales. I'm retired, but and I traveled Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we haven't been having too good luck.
Oh.
I said I think we'll just Uber it.
It's probably much easier. The parking is just.
That's ridiculous, the cost.
I think it's good. Oh. Do I need? Hold on, I gotta think of this.
Yeah, our car had recall a while back, but then they said, don't worry about it. And I'm.
Oh, it's mandatory.
Because I was in a
Yo,
car
it's taking me a minute. My bad.
on March 15. While we were waiting for his surgery, I got it.
Whoever's chilling with me, man, I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm gonna get here in a second. Watch.
Yeah, I didn't know this, yeah.
Charging all these devices, bro.
Our son lives in West Seattle.
Oh, okay.
Guess who's back? Cash is back.
We wish he.
Cash, the mic died, so I'm over here doing some
We only have one
shit on the computer.
child.
I'm gonna just get moving in a second, bro.
And then the granddaughters are here.
Nah, I'm at the. I broke into my old workplace. Well, technically,
I have arthritis.
I'm technically still here, technically, but I might be transferring departments. So we'll see.
What is it?
We'll see.
He works for Amazon.
Either departments or campuses, but we'll talk about that later.
He's in management here, so he is.
I think the worst thing was Seattle is-
Truancy hour for real.
Yeah.
Security. There we go.
We're supposed to fly out Monday, but
Hey, I'm using all my cards out here today.
Now we're thinking we might wait.
The real Truancy.
I'd like to see him out of the
You
house.
should have seen me in high school. I was worse. All right, here we go. Get my cards out.
They said probably Wednesday.
Okay. My husband is supposed to get out on Tuesday.
They said Tuesday, Wednesday, kind of shaking their. They don't know.
Yeah.
So then can you stay home with him when you?
That's what we're hoping.
Yeah.
My son was coming in the morning. My nephew, the tall guy.
Oh, you have a lot of.
Welcome back, though, Cash. Welcome back. Cash, I just got done talking about the Beyblades. You want me to show you the Beyblades in a second? If you're hanging out, let me know. I'll show it.
Cutters.
Oh, okay.
Is there? All right, I'll show you in a second.
Left that one to a shift job with Sears.
Oh, the lumen field?
Yeah. So, but he experienced and to us, and they usually come home and we like to play board games.
Yeah.
And so, usually the time now.
Yeah.
Nightmail bundle is coming. Yes,
Well,
go
our
this
daughter
Friday.
was a teacher, and
Let's go.
she's gonna be off for 3 days or to be with him.
Yeah, he is.
And then, but our granddaughter is in, band. And they're going to play at Disney
Nice.
in California on the 16th of May.
Oh, okay, so you have another trip waiting for you.
So I am
Oh, shit.
coming back here, I'm going home, I'm coming back here, so I can be with him. Because
All right,
our
we go.
daughter-in-law is gonna be a go with.
Yeah.
And she says, I'll cancel, I said, no, you won't. I said, I'll come back,
Yeah,
I can stay with him.
yeah, nice.
It's all right.
This is when they need fun.
Oop.
They said, well, why don't you stay? And I said, well, we're in the middle of leaving our Texas home, going to our South Dakota home. I don't want my husband to drive.
So it's not the actual deck set of Nightmail, but I love the bundle regardless. Got on Mercari. I've bought shit off Mercari. I got some shit on Mercari that came from Japan. I think I told you about it during the stream, maybe. I think so.
May through November.
No shame in that.
Then we go to Texas.
There's no shame in Mercari either, man, because I got like a. The thing is, sometimes put those links in the.
I was in that.
There's a channel called Great Lots to Buy or something like that in our Discord. If you put that in there, and then you say, hey guys, can you guys look at this and tell me if it's legit? They'll let you know. Because like one time there was a dude in Japan who had like a whole bundle of some collectible stuff for like 150, 200 to 150. He was negotiable, but it was on Mercari. They put the link up, and then I asked people in the chat. I was like, hey, is this legit stuff? Can you look at the photos and let me know? It's like looking at it, it's all pretty legit. So I ordered it. Maybe I'll show you that stuff in the future. But it's really, the community's really nice that they're able to help us out with all that.
And he wanted to be in snow.
Exactly. I was like, no, just school has a good program that I was looking for. That's what
Yeah, we don't, when it snows, we're out of there.
Yeah.
Alright.
Nice day, I think, something you don't know, you don't miss. So then we
Cool.
came here to visit my
All this stuff.
brother.
But yeah, let me know if you caught all that. I'm just checking messages and like emails as I go along. But I need to respond to some people real quick. It might take me a longer minute than I realize, which is good.
1991.
Oh,
And it was one of those Seattle days.
All right.
Everything.
It might get me out, but give me a second. All right.
we always say there's airlines.
Yeah, yeah. And it was technology, communication, these days you can be FaceTiming.
Yeah.
All right, looks like the time is moving. Let me know if y'all still there.
We did it with our.
I gotta just respond to a quick text message and then some emails. Maybe I'll get outside and get moving.
You got a FaceTime girl?
So yeah.
I don't need to see it, buddy.
Let's see. That works for me.
I got a map on him. He'll be here in a minute.
Doing some email stuff. But yeah, let me know if you caught all that, Cash. Let me know if you caught that.
Leave the doors are all locked.
All right. All right, let me see. You did it. Oh, you did catch it? Okay, cool, cool. Cool. All right. Let me know if y'all can still see me. I gotta just do these messages stuff. Your boy stays busy. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, your boy's staying busy, man. It's gonna pause out for a little bit too. It's gonna happen. While I'm doing all this, this is, yeah. Let's see. It's gonna keep pausing. Give me a second. Yep. So yeah, there it is. I usually keep a piece of like a sticker, a little random sticker, on the webcam. But like I might end up having to use it when I start doing the live stream stuff for the video game stuff later on, later down the line. Yo, everybody, hold on. But yeah, Cash, it's funny, man. People hit me at the wrong time all the time, which is funny. Let me know if it's kind of muffled. I have it at an angle. But yeah, let me do this. Cash, since you're here, do you want to see it? See the blades since we're here? I'm gonna do it again. Sounds fine, Chief. Okay, hand. Cool. All right, let me pull this out. You're not coming tomorrow. All right. Yeah, that's fine. And I'll show you the limited stuff I have set up too. That's what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. You've seen some of these already, but let me prop this up. You are not, most likely. I do begin my energy for walking against. Oh, most likely. I do not be getting my energy for walking against. Oh, yeah. I heard you saying. Yeah, man, get them New Balances, man. I'm telling you. And if you get them on the GOAT website, GOAT, if you go on GOAT and you get it on there, you'll get it for a good price. You could even negotiate getting like not used ones, but like a new but no box, and you can get them for cheap. And then they have like ones for like $50 on GOAT. You just got to pay for shipping and all that, and they verify it for you, and things like that. And the thing is, if you go on the actual New Balance website, you're paying like anywhere from 80 to 100. You know what I'm saying? Because it's brand new and it's in the box and it's from the website. But you can get like stuff just, oh, these were colors that came out at 80 and then they got reduced price because people just didn't like the colors. They didn't really care. You'll find some aquamarine, but I might, I had some old work shoes that were kind of sea moss green, actually, that probably are up your alley color-wise. Size 10 though, but I used to wear it for work. So I like that color. It's a good color to pick. Man, you know what time it is? Impact Drake, man. I gotta wear it down a little more. 460 elevate, man. 460 elevate. Then I brought out the Citrus Drown Buster, bro. Citrus Drown Buster, bringing this back out. 455 zap. 455 zap. Funny work right here. Some funny work right here. We riding low. I'm gonna break it all in. I'm breaking it in. What I'm gonna do? Tyranno Roar from Noisemaster. Shout out to Noisemaster. Beautiful golden 160 on a low flat. 160 on the low flat. Yep, we're riding low. 160 low flat. We dipping side to side. Oh, this one, yeah. And we got this one here. The Scorp. Oh, there we go. There goes the Scorp. You know what I'm saying? Can you see it? Scorpio Spear. on the 360 level. Keeping it simple, 360 level for now. 360 level with a little, gimmick. And you can see the thing moving. Like it doesn't work unless you go in the mode. See, it blocks the prongs, it blocks the holes, and you got to go that way. But yeah, level is like the best bit for everything because you can make like really quick builds or attack builds. You can even make defense builds, sort of. But it extreme dashes as much as you can use it. Excuse me, it extreme dashes as much as you can still use it for like stamina purposes, which is really interesting. Level is really cool like that. I don't know how they thought of this shit. Everybody's favorite, man. Get that night mill up in there. Night mill with the ball bearings. You know what it is. And I'm breaking out that 070 on there. That new 070, bro. On the Hexa, we're still riding a little bit high. Not too high, but just high enough to like keep the balance going, you know what I'm saying? So we'll get that going in a second, like the 070 and the Hexa. Hexa's the best bet, for me, just the way I play, I guess. Oh, there it is. We're at the white whale this time. White whale. And that 960 taper. Yeah, level's a really interesting bit, man. I think that's the best bit to me. It's just one of the best in general. But yeah. Well, wave 960 taper. I got this taper from Lily. Shout out to Lily. Thank you for that. Now look at this, bruh. It's the Sakura Wolf. The Sakura Wolf. The stickers I got from Neo that one day. You know, this blade gimmick and all that. Assist blade, everything. 660 dot. Straight defensive beast. The blade kind of assists with bounce deflecting things that try to attack the 660. It ain't riding too high, so it's low enough. You know, fun builds over there. But yeah, level's an interesting one. I haven't tested Scorpio at all. I also haven't tested the 770, and I haven't tested the Zap, so I kind of kept them all separate. And then...
Want water? Or do you want it hot?
My bad, Cash, my bad. I'm just waiting on this email to load. All right. I said this last time when you were gone, but I said it to Chief. I got this unicorn sting from my guy Dark Fabled. I'm always going to shout out to Dark Fabled because with Dark Fabled, my first tournament I went to down in Sumner, I only had a drawn sword and I had one other blade with me. The drawn sword I had was the blue one, and then the flat was like broken, like the little thing right here was like broken. The little corner of it. I don't explain it. It was just broke. So they're like, this, you technically can't use it. It's an illegal part. So I had to like find other parts to use. I needed a third blade for a deck. Dark Fable just hands me he hands me a unicorn. He said, here, man, take this. And it came with something. I forget what it came with. Maybe it was dot, maybe it was something else. But he said, here, just take it, bro. And I was like, oh, it's really? Flat be breaking super easily. I heard about that. And speaking of breaking, I need a new Hexa after last time. What happened to the Hexa? It broke? Your Hexa broke? Oh no. You might have to order the if you can find the Blue Phoenix wing, or if you can find a Hell's Hammer. That's like your best bet. And it's good that it's affordable. It's a really good bit, and it's on an affordable booster, which is really, or you know what I'm trying to say, affordable blade. But yeah, trying to find a Blue Phoenix, yeah. So Red Unicorn Sting, 960 disc ball, trying to maximize stamina and a little bit of attack, just a little bit of attack, a little bit of deflecting, if anything. Slight defensive, more deflective attacks, stamina build. So it's more of a counter stamina. You're trading green rod as usual? I'm buying as many as I can. As soon as I see it, yeah. That's fair though, that's fair. There we go, man. Hell's Chain. Yeah, beautiful Hell's Chain. I know you wanted the blue one. I have a blue one at home. I got a blue one at home somewhere on this 760 Unite. This one's been winning for some reason. I don't know what it is. When I test it on Sundays, it just be working for me. But I like Hell's Chain, man. Like I've like. It's funny when I was teamed up with my guy Expo. Me and Expo did a tag team tournament one time, and then he had, or I used what was it? What did we use? It was like I think it was rod, wing, and then I think hell's chain or something funny. I don't remember exactly. I didn't have that many blades, but those are the three I used, I think. Unless it was like rod. I don't remember. I didn't have that many blades at the time, so I was just using what I had, and I didn't have much at the time. So, but hell's chain was the one that was like, it didn't fit in. So I think it was like rod, phoenix wing, and then chain. But chain was looking really good. And here's my third for the limited. My trusty phoenix feather. He wins as much as he loses, but he has all the heart, man. I'm telling you, man. This guy right here. We're gonna try to test out that 360 standard 360 ratchet on vortex. We're gonna run vortex. People don't know that when you look at vortex, like straight up, it spins to the right. Like when you're looking at it from face to face like this, it's going to the right. Like the spiral goes right wise. Cyclone goes the other way left. For those that get confused, but most people have cyclone. Most people don't have vortex unless you bought the newer CX stuff. But yeah, that's what I'm dealing with, man. You want Phoenix Feather too? One day Hasbro, the black one. Oh yeah, yeah. If they come out on Hasbro, that'll be a thing. That'll be the thing right there, man. Let me see what my percentage is at. I've been sitting here this whole time. My percentage is at 77. 77. But yeah, I'm over here checking emails and doing some stuff before I, what I'm saying, go check into the little spot and whatnot. Have a little, you know, you're gonna see it on some later lives, maybe. Some later whatever I do, you're gonna see me just locked in, tapped in like that. Just posted up chilling right now. How was your day? How was your day though, Phoenix? I mean, how's your day, Cash? I said, how's your day, Phoenix? That's hilarious. How's your day going, Cash? I'm trying to charge up the mic right now. Charge up the phone and the mic. But yeah. I'm gonna grab some water, but I'll be right back to read the chat. I'm nearby.
It'll get rusty and stuff. And that's probably what happened here because it didn't get used and the humidity and it didn't stuff. But we drove with it that way and that's why it didn't pull aside, but it was just, and so he says that'll get stuck. When
Did you go to the Texas of El Paso?
No, I just visited the campus.
Oh.
So yeah, every time I go out of town, like I'll visit a campus or like I'll visit teams. Like for example, in UTEP they don't have a major team, right? So I visited UTEP and grabbed a hoodie and like a hat. But like when I go to Tampa, like I'll grab like a Tampa University, Southern Florida, and I'll grab Tampa Bay Rays. You know what I mean? So like every time I go to cities, I'll just grab like a little piece of it. So that's what that is. Yeah, I get asked that a lot. Every time I have a different university hoodie, I get asked all the time. Yeah.
Well, he lived in El Paso for a few years. That's
Yeah.
what we're asking.
Did you like it down there?
I was 9 years old.
No, okay, yeah.
I loved it because that's all I knew.
It's quiet and I like that,
It was 60 years ago.
60, yeah.
It was cool.
The food was great. Like, like I really want to move to Texas for food just in general. So I'm thinking about it. So, yeah.
You live here now?
I was born and raised here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I think El Paso feels like a smaller version of Seattle. You know what I mean? Like it's still kind of a quaint and quiet. Like I don't know. It's like a smaller.
What do you
more
do
quiet.
for here?
I used to work here.
Oh,
So I'm
okay.
trying to transfer like either. I don't know if I'm going to be on this tower or another campus. I'm not sure yet. But kind of in the middle right now.
Because we have a winter home in Brownsville, Texas.
Oh, is that more near the coast?
Yeah, right by.
All the way south of the coast.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
It's a half hour from South Padre.
There's a nurse. I don't know if I don't know if you're here for family. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they on 2 weeks?
He was on 2, now he's on 4.
Just got pushed
Okay.
4.
Did-
Have 3 bylaws.
There's a nurse that lives, or not lives, but works on 2 weeks sometimes, and I think she's from Brownsville because they have this map in their department, like when you walk in, and it shows like a map where all the people came from, all the nurses,
Oh, really?
and like she has like a thumbtack right on that part.
Huh.
But yeah, it's pretty cool. But I thought about Brownsville because I had a friend that moved down. It's not there. There's another town nearby. I forgot what it's called.
McAllen.
Harlingen.
McAllen, yes. McAllen. Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's a little bigger than Brownsville.
Oh, Brownsville's smaller.
Huh? Brownsville's a little smaller.
It's growing.
It's growing right now.
Growing big time.
It's about 200,000. I think it's in.
Oh wow. That's a good thing though. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
It's got
Yeah.
SpaceX.
I
Have you
remember
ever
when.
heard of SpaceX?
Oh, you're talking about the spaceships and Something like that.
Yeah,
Shuttles.
Elon Musk.
Oh, that makes sense. I didn't know it was there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, lots of people from there.
It's growing.
Yeah.
It's just growing.
I remember back when Seattle was less than 1 million.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of crazy to think about. Like, where we're at. We pretty much doubled now
yeah.
from when I was a kid. But yeah, Browns was probably on the same,
Yeah.
you know,
It's growing
trajectory,
like crazy.
right? Yeah.
We like it because it's warm in the winter.
I know, right?
And then
Yeah.
we leave in the summer because it's really hot.
I went to Florida in the winter, and I was the only person walking around with a t-shirt and shorts. They probably thought I looked crazy. But I've seen people in jackets. I was like, it's like 78.
Yeah,
What are we doing? You know?
yeah,
It's crazy though.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I saw your shirts, I had to say something.
Oh, of course, yeah. Thank you, thank you. Cash, where we're at. I do not good sleep last night. Oh, you didn't have good sleep last night. You're prepping for RE5 right now. Oh yeah, okay. Going live in about 3 hours, but doesn't help to prep. Okay, gotcha. Been testing Scorpio Spear. It's a monster on 360 ball. Okay, interesting. And under needle, and of course on my Unite. I've been hearing. See, everyone kept telling me to just put Unite on there, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna bring it with me. So if I need to use it, I'll use it. But I forgot what did I just say I put on there? 360. I just forgot. A sweet experience. Nice folks. Yeah. It's rare, and it's rare. Like, that's the funny thing about Seattle too, is like it's rare to run into stuff like that. 570 disc ball that comes with Piss Buster is the exact same colors as the UX04 Wizard Rod. Exactly. Yep, I need that. My F70 on mine is scratched to all hell, and I want to keep this guy looking good. What's rough about the 5 ratchets is that they get beat up so easily. You know what I mean? They get messed up so easily. You did get sleep. That's what you meant. Okay, gotcha. Okay, that makes sense now. Gotcha. Yeah, it's really interesting. It's basically Drawn Buster meets Wizard Rod parts. That's what the release is. So for those that needed a disc ball for doing unicorn related stuff, you would get that set. Because like no one's really gonna run disc ball on a Drawn Buster. I mean, you could go stamina, but yeah, we gotta buy all the Leon claws for that 560. What's another one that has 560? Because it's like, I hate to say, like, no one really wants to use Leon Claw, so it's like there has to be a better alternative or something. Unicorn has it, yeah. So you might as well get unicorns. I'm sad about Leon Claw. I'm more sad about Crest because Crest works sometimes, but it's just more of like a bully, like a weight bully. Leon Claw does have point. That's a plus. That's a plus right there. That's a good plus. Here, let me check this. Okay, I got the email.
Yeah, this is 30% off.
I don't think it used to have been any better. Maybe that's not the case. It wasn't making any.
All right.
Yeah.
So that if he calls me or she calls me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. But yeah, Leon Claw has point. I'm just trying to remember some stuff here.
Yeah. Good. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, sorry. I'm like reading these instructions. So I might be able to just chop it up on live for another. See, we're at 164. So let's go to 180. Why not? Let's get to 3 hours in. Use your personal. Okay. Let me save this. Yeah. I gotta think about this. Like, what is your favorite ratchets to use? I'm more of like the 160s. I have a whole bunch of 160s. 180 is kind of like I've been testing it. It's a goofy one to use because you're gonna burst on a bad day. But then the zeros, I really like the 2080s I have, but I've been beating them up. So now that I have 070, I can use it a lot more often. But I like the ones and zeros. I don't know what it is. Ones and zeros. I know 3 and 9 is reliable, so maybe 1, 9, and 0. Just because it's just the shape of it. See, the thing is, the 3 has like there's the trice energy, and 6 is pretty much just 3 doubled. 9 is just the lightest, but the most balanced and secure. I mean, if we're talking about 60, but then the 1 just has that random, you know what I'm saying, that point that kind of works with Buster, kind of works with Whale. People put it on Rod, but also the people put it on Nightmare, which is funny. You already heard me talk about it, but 370 low flat. You like that just combo in general? I just like having a second 360 essentially. Yeah, you can do like a 360 and a 370 in the same deck, and you can make some really good stuff. Matter of fact, if you put that 370 on Nightmail, you know, because you're trying to ride high, maybe a stamina bit just to last longer, or a defensive one. You could do a defensive one. It might work. That's that's the theory at least. But yeah, some people, the same theory, people will go 960, 970. So they'll have something ride high, like a Nightmail 970, riding a little high, but with a stamina build. So that way, like, even though if it gets hit on the upper, or like, sorry, the lower parts from something going upwards, it's still keeping upwards with the ball bearings on the other side, kind of balancing. Because you have with the 3 ball bearings in there, you have 3 chances to rebalance yourself. You know what I'm saying? Or even 1 to 2 chances to like counterbalance with the bearing. It's really interesting. Rubber cell is a good one for stopping yourself weight wise. You don't want to do something light on rubber cell, obviously, because you'll just bounce. There's a lot of theories, man. There's a lot of theories you can use for building, but that's why it's just fun to test, because like there's, you can think about it all day and then still lose a tournament. You could just you could think and have the right, like, when I was thinking of some sweaty builds, it was like nothing good was happening. And then when I thought hard about it and I did the research and then I trusted what I made that night, and then the next morning I ended up winning. So I was like, I don't know, but it really comes down to like having a good balance of what you're used to practicing, trusting what you're creating, and then the science of like what other people have made. That's why it's good to look at the winning combos. If you look at the archive history of certain tournaments, you can look at winning combos and see what they've built, and then just be like, there's a lot of Cobalt Dragoons here, a lot of Nightmails on Rush, a lot of Cobalt Dragoons on 5 this elevate, if not level. There's always like a Wizard Rod here and there on a ball, or a Hexa. Hexa's always being used with Wolf. Wolf is ran on 760. There's so many different builds you can use. That's just like, but these are all winning combinations mixed with like what actually fits you. So when I started finding all the whale stuff, I really just like whale, and I started using it, started working for me. It's just really cool how that works, you know what I'm saying? And then Wolf, I didn't use it for a long time because I only had 1. I didn't want to break it. But now that I have 2, I have 1 that I can use a lot. My bad. 160 on so here's the thing, when you look at the I looked at winning combinations for the more recent tournaments in the past month, in the past couple weeks. 160 Rush was a common thing in the top 3 decks. So in the top 3 winners, a lot of them, like first place, second place, third place, just all different ranges. A lot of them are using 160 Rush Nightmail to some degree. So it's viable, because you got to think about it. It's so heavy, and it's just coming in fast and volatile. It's volatile and heavy. And the only time you can do that is Nightmail or maybe Whale Wave. So sometimes I like using both in the same deck, but now you're running like a weight thing, and people can battle against you with that. So it's tricky. Nightmail's a lot more better at balancing compared to Whale, simply because it rebalances itself. You know what I mean? So 160 is probably, maybe there's when you put the 160 in, you might have to angle it a certain way, so then the other 2 ball bearings are like at a V towards it. So maybe the 160 is right here, kind of where my chin is at, and then the 2 ball bearings are up here, or maybe it's like somewhere else, like in the middle. But I'm just thinking about the way you would build it. In theory, it comes down to what you're looking for, what you're trying to do. I haven't actually tested it, matter of fact. But yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, Hold on, bro.
Hi, Dan, this day. Yeah, good. Yeah, well, the good news is I also, I delivered your car and I told him that we were at the hospital and there are some heart issues and heart operation. And so he thought he would get it in as soon as we could.
While we're here, let's do it.
He's gonna drive it. When I got there, I left here, the brakes were warm. That side
Solid combo, but I recommended 560 instead. Yeah, I love 560.
So that was kind of.
Even though it bursts, man, it's like, that's why I'm starting to like zero.
Brother, he's an expert.
All right, so
All of that stuff. And I told him, we had a 2004 Ford Mustang, and that the brake.
okay, you see where it's at? See how it's pointing up? If I flip it at that point, it lines up right there, slightly, with the ball bearing, and then those two are kind of on the other side. But if we flip it around, now it's down here, right? Now it's down here at this point. Now that it's down here at this point, you're kind of right there. So you have these other two things here. So it lines up in a weird way. You're always going to have this counterbalance here, but you're always next to a ball bearing, just slightly, ever so slightly. You see where my thumb is at? That's where the 1 point is at. And then if I turn it around, it's just slightly off. Slightly off. Very good. Let me get my fingers out the way. And when you go, boom, it's just slightly there. Same side on the other way. But I personally don't do one on 9mm, but it's not a bad build. So same thing, where my index is at, that's where my index is at, right? Twist it around, slightly to the side of it. And then like what Chief is saying, screenshot what Chief is saying too, taper and point is also fire on 9mm. Taper, point, and then, you know, Chief loves Unite. Chief loves using Unite. But Chief is also a united mindset kind of person, you know what I mean? Chief is on point in life. Chief is on point in life. That's why I do like these three, like, you know, Tyranno Roars, basically Phoenix Wing. But you can go like, this is how I do it. I just put it like that. So it's like the two are down here, and you got the 1 point. But some people will go like this, like a strange counterbalance point on this little, the middle of the V. So they'll do it that way. But it really comes down to whatever, you know. You want to go heavy one way and then have your two balancing things. If you want to go heavy one-sided, because Whale does the same thing. It just has these weird ridges, and you can just line them up with the ridges, if not the off points. But I don't think you should do the off points. You got to play the beats. Sometimes this, you know how it is. Talk to Chief, man. Sometimes the snares and the riff are on the same note. Sometimes snares and the riffs are on the same note. Sometimes the hi-hats and the rides, they're on the same note. You know what I mean? They just land on the same point. Whether you're doing, whether it's a production thing or whether it's like a live playing thing, sometimes certain notes land on the same time signature, etc. Sometimes it just happens. But it's the same thing when you build it. That's the music theory behind it too. But that's a whole other story. You got a percussionist in the chat. You know how it is. Whether you're making, you know, for me, it's about making beats, but like he does like live drumming and percussioning. When you know how it is, you start on the one, right? You start on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. You know what I'm saying? You just start on the 5 and the 1 are basically synonymous. The 5s and the 1s are synonymous, it's, at least in beat making, but you start always on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So it's the same thing, and it's like almost the same thing in theory of the tri building for the stuff, because it's spinning. The spinning is like the same thing with the revolutions of the vinyl. Obviously, it slows down over time, but you got to think about it like that too. The music dies out. It's like you're slowly pressing your hands on the vinyl, slowing it down. Heavier stuff, heavier hits. You know what I'm saying? Overzones will slow that down. You know how it goes. It's all metaphor and stuff, but that's the fun part about it. That's why it makes it so fun. My bad. I'm rambling. 560 Unite. 560 Unidos. Point. You want different colors of it though. I'm trying to think, what other colors of point do I have? I know if I can have blue and white or something. I think I have a black one. I gotta double check. Orange point from the Dran Dagger. I like Dran Dagger, man. I might have to use my orange one. Dryger, but you need to keep that Dryger mint and get a second one. I got a Dryger for Christmas from my guy Kogetsu. You know, Kogetsu is actually my niece's boyfriend, which is funny. But they both got me a gift on Christmas. And they just pitched in and got me a Dryger. And I was like, I used it for X Limited, and I was sad because I was like, bruh, this Yeah, this thing is getting beat up because Drager's so light, so light. The chief knows. Yeah, chief says yes. Wait, Darth Vader has a black point bit. Yeah, I think that I don't know if I got that, but I got it from somewhere maybe. Oh hell yeah, I'm getting that next time I'm at Target. The 2012 Toyota Yaris. Uh oh, it's some compact car with the DOHC 4-cylinder. All right, with a 1.2-liter engine. This car is popular in the UK, the rarest color on the market. Currently is super white. Bro, what? Summer, what's going on with you? Summer, you over here selling cars? How you doing, Summer? Welcome back. Welcome back, Summer. Let me see something. All right. Because I don't know. Good, thanks. What? Summer, you what's going on here, Summer? Summer, if you're selling cars, what's going on? I do be needing a car, but don't got the money for one. I never had a car. There's a time period where I had all the money to get one, but I was like, I had to deal with some other payments. I was like, man, let me take care of some like one thing after another. I don't need more things to pay off. It's 1K currently. What currency are you talking about? You said 1K. What currency? It's USA. Oh, USA. It's 2 to 3K. Ooh, 2 to 3K American dollars. Summer says hi. Fine. What? What? Yeah, no, I understand. But yeah. Yeah, man. I need lots of money for future needs. Lots of planning. I gotta do for moving out sometime soon. Hopefully, yeah. I've been under my parents' roof for the longest, honestly, and it's great because of, I thought about it. If I had moved out when I was like early 20s, and I went down to Cali or just moved somewhere else, like I probably have been all right. But at the same time, how do I explain this? At the same time, the way things ended up changing so much in Seattle and King County in general, like the amount of costs for stuff, a lot of my friends ended up having to have roommates just to, save up here and there, like save costs here and there. That's how crazy it's gotten, man. The cost of living is one thing, but the rent is just like, bro, within Seattle, like trying to live like, because most people who are making the most money work within Seattle, and then they just live out in like Puyallup or something. You know what I'm saying? People coming in, driving in from Black Diamond and Puyallup, or people will like catch those little express lines. Like, there's one lady I used to work with at Virginia Mason, catching this express straight out of Puyallup to come up here, and then you had one dude who lived all the way up in I forgot where he was, but he caught an express all the way down from north, because it's Seattle straight up and down, like north to south. It's pretty much a land bridge. Pretty much. Yeah. That's a whole other combo. I feel that though, man. Shoot, let me pack all this up. I got what I need. Got all my devices, man. So I'm gonna try to double stream as much as I can throughout this weekend as well. That's the other thing I'm gonna be doing. That's the other thing I'm gonna do. We'll see. Yeah, Cash, whatever your Cash or Chief, whoever's there, it's like whatever your theory for life is and however you approach it, you can damn near approach the Blaze the same damn way. When I started looking at it as like a music theory kind of thing, a music theory thing and a beats per minute kind of thing, it's like it kind of makes sense. Now, will it perform? Well, you'd have to make it perform. You'd have to launch it. You'd have to set it free, and you'd have to account for the weight. You'd have to account for the weight. You'd have to account for the launch, and that's where the skill kind of comes in. But the build itself, the builds do really good for themselves. He deserves 100 mil subs, definitely. Me? I mean, if you're, I don't know if you're saying me or someone else, but it's yeah, whatever your thing is, man, you got to go for it. Me? Oh, me? I appreciate that. I might get there. I don't know. I'm not too worried about it. I'm gonna do oh, Joe Mealy, we're just talking about blades. We were just talking about it. I just pulled them out. I pulled them out a while ago. It's crazy. All right, 1 second. Beans. I know she writes beans, or I think she's a she. Is that a she? Let me know, Jamila. You're a she, right? But yeah, Cinco bean. You know, when I was a kid, this caretaker lady, she used to feed me these mung beans all the time. That was my favorite food, so I like beans. I don't know why, like that and squash. Oh, you're not? My bad. You're a dude. I know that. Oh, you're talking about. I don't know if you're talking to them or me. Oh, bro, what is this Greek characters and shit? That's crazy. It's like Aether. That is crazy. I appreciate y'all coming in. Thank you for coming back, Summer. Thank you for being here, Jamila. You just got a Hasbro Blue Phoenix. You know what's funny about that? We were just talking about Cash needs a Blue Phoenix. Oh, hold on. I don't know why it's banning you, Summer, but it looks like spam when you write it. It looks like spam. But Jamila, we were just talking with yeah, it looks like spam. That's why it's being held for review. It's not blocked, but it's held for review. But we were just talking about Blue Phoenix because it has Hexa, because Cash needs one, and I was like, you can always do that or Hell's Hammer, but Hell's Hammer has like what 385 something. I don't know. I think you get. I feel like Blue Phoenix comes with better stuff because one, you get the Phoenix, and then two, whatever ratchet that is, and then the Hex is good. But yeah. Yeah, man. Goaded. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Let me see if I can't set this up. Give me a second, because I might have to. I'm gonna just take it out the charger. Why not? But yeah, I'm bringing my blades out for tomorrow for the meet. There's a tournament today, but I was like, I got stuff going on. You said, is the CX line good? I think everyone's saying that the Scorpio is good. Brave is probably the most redeemable one. You can build stuff around Arc. Perseus probably has good parts, like the wedge is good. So everything, them singularly aren't that great, but if you combine parts, I think it's good. Because Brave is strong. Arc, you can build around different combinations. You can take the wedge from Perseus. You can take the bumper from Perseus. You can take the bumper from Perseus and mix it with Brave. Actually, you can mix it with Brave. I'm popping this out for the Monster Hunter later. Sure, already know. They need to make a goat blade. Summer. They gotta make a goat blade, Summer. Well, let me know if you can hear me, Jamila. But yeah. Just charging this joint up right here. Did you buy any of the CX? I personally like it. CX is okay, yeah. Like by itself, it's not that great, but like you really got to mix and match. You just got to mix and match parts, and then you got to really try hard with the parts. I'm gonna give you guys a secret. You're deaf. Oh, you're good. You're good. I'm also far away, so hold on. Let me reconnect everything. Um, no, I got you. I just got to talk a little higher, but or a little louder. But what was I gonna say, bro? I'll give you a little secret. The past we've had these practices, right? We were having these practices Sundays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and there was one guy. Shout out to my guy Goblin. He was testing out different builds. He was putting wedge on Phoenix Wing. Now, when it comes down to the ratchet, I don't remember what he put, but there's different ways to build Phoenix Wing. But he put a wedge on there for some reason. Now, wedge works really good with like really round blades. So like knife shinobi shadow, and then ghost circle, things like that. So like rounded out ones. You know what I mean? He was throwing wedge on Phoenix Wing, and it was winning. So the thing was, it was winning in practice. One dude took his build and kind of was like, "Listen, I'm going to represent what you just built here, and I'm going to take it to the tournament." So he started bringing it to the tournaments. There was one, I can't remember what day it was, but he ended, no, up in Bellingham on Monday. It was on Monday. He went to Bellingham. He used Goblin's build. Shout out to Lord Crambuji. This dude, when he got second place or something like that, he got second place with Phoenix on wedge, but it was doing a lot of attacking as much as it was doing defensive, like deflecting. And he was like over finishing a lot of people with it. So if you throw a wedge on Phoenix, if you have Dark Perseus, it'll be all right. It just comes down to the shape of the blade and like the it's aerodynamics really. If we're speaking about aerodynamics, Wizard Arrow and Golem Rock are like good examples. Some CX builds are viable for competition, but it's dry still. It's fair enough. UX is much more worthwhile right now. UX is very much more worthwhile. Strangely enough. Maybe I shouldn't say strangely enough, like rightfully so. That's what I'm saying. I don't remember the ratchet, but there's so many different ways to build Phoenix. More than likely it was a 3 or a 9. The safest bet is 3 and 9. But if you want to go for bulkier builds, you can always go I wouldn't put 7 on Phoenix personally, but it works. You never know. You never know. So wedge is an interesting one. I might have to use it more often. Those heavier ones like Scorpio and like Whale, like I don't know if that's not. I don't know. The Arc CX blade seems to be the bestest for building up. Yeah, Arc is interesting because Arc is more it's more versatile in the way you build it. There's no right or wrong way to build it. You know what I'm saying? Let me go check on some. I put the mic back on. But yeah, give me a second. I'm gonna do one of these. My bad. That's why I muted it. That's why I muted it though. But yeah, let me check on some stuff. There might be some school. Sometimes there's school stuff going on here. I used to chill up in here, bro. There's some old recordings of some, you know what I'm saying? I used to just be chilling up in here. Sometimes I do classes. Yeah, people be chilling up in here. I used to be chilling up in here watching movies, bro. Yeah, it's crazy. We back up in that building. I'm gonna end this live in a second though. I just want to see. Sometimes they're doing CPR. But you walking with me through my old workplace, man. I used to just be out here. You know what I'm saying? I remember this shit. I remember this shit. Yeah, they're saying so I don't know if you know about this chief, if you're still there. They put the bumper assist blade on Drawn Brave. So bumpers on Drawn Brave, and I don't know what else they build. I don't know how they build around it. 3 and 9 is always safe. But yeah, Vortex is fun to use. I ain't gonna lie. Vortex has been fun to use. Used to be up here all the time, bro. But my bad. I had to mute the live because like when nature calls, I gotta use the bathroom. You know how it is. Nature calls, but I muted it. So forgive me on that. I gotta just pocket the phone and everything. I'm one of those. I gotta use the bathroom type shit. But yeah, man, was it a while ago? It might have been Roadmaster or somebody. Roadmaster was saying something about is that I don't know. Is that my guy Ison? I don't know if that's him. I'm in this in a second. But he was saying something like, yeah, no one else talks to me on the live except you. I was like, honestly though, like I also don't know. Like there's some people who have like lives that are really small. Kind of like mine. Like some channels that are really I guess my channel isn't small, but in terms of lives, like the interactions aren't that high, if that makes sense. But even with that being said, it's like what was I gonna say? Even with that being said, it's like yeah, I don't know. Like a lot of people don't really chat in here unless they're trolling, so I don't get a chance to talk to people that much. You know, I don't get a chance to. I don't get like basically what I'm saying is I don't get flooded with a whole bunch of stuff in my feed to the point where I'm like, oh yeah, I can't keep up with everything. I'm just gonna look away. So in that regard, excuse me, I'm able to keep up. But yeah, I'm actually waiting on my friend to call and text me. Like I said, checking some email stuff, email related things, and then also at the same time yeah, what was I gonna say? Checking some email related stuff and checking with some friends in a second. So I got a filled weekend ahead of me, sort of. That mixed with some work that I'm gonna do when I get some downtime. So we'll see how long I'm able to stay awake, and do some live streaming, if not some Monster Hunter. I'm gonna try to do some more simultaneous streams. We'll see how much fun I can have here. But all right, y'all, I'm about to hop off stream right now. Everybody that dropped in, shout out to Cash, shout out to Chief Bongo, Roadmaster, Joel Mila was up in here. You already know. Summer was up in here with me. Everybody was up in here, man. Love y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. Peace.